Kemba Walker, step back, Walker, cardiac, Kemba does it again.
UMass, 7 seconds to go. Three-pointer.
Oh! Hutchins! Double order!
Again, comes down to fundamental.
Oh! My goodness! Sorrentine hit that one from the parking lot.
Watford for the win.
Yes! Yes!
Trip to the Sweet 16. Caney's got it. Rises up. The shot.
And it's good! It's good! From the corner! And it's over! Gonzaga! The slipper still fits! Ha ha! College basketball! Kemba Walker, step back, Walker, cardiac, Kemba does it again!
UMass.
I accidentally hit the loop on that.
Do it again. Might as well. It's great.
Well, what is going on? Not much. Not a good day for games that I had given out, but I did bet Butler and Siena on the side. Selfishly, of course, those got home. So go figure. I would have rather the ones I tweeted win and lose the other two, but.
We both won on Marist and Siena, so that's a great time because I had Marist minus 4.5 from last night. So,
yeah, shout out the refs for not calling those fouls last 5 seconds.
Yeah, no, I mean, what a day. I mean, I was 5-4. I hit Yale early. Georgetown lost by the hook, minus 3.5. That was a bullshit cover. Brown outright. Mount St. Mary's outright with 9.5. Lost on St. Louis, lost on Kent State, lost on St. Peter's, but won on Marist. And what was the last game I won on to make me 5-4 on the day? I need a reminder.
Manhattan?
No, I need a reminder. I need a reminder. How they covered. They didn't win the game. They maybe should have, but they covered.
Oh,
Come
Dartmouth.
On. No, they lost by 12. They did not cover.
Is that no? They lost by no. That is 12. You're right.
They lost by 12. They didn't cover, but there is a team that covered the 12.5.
Oh, you're thinking Fairfield.
They were 11.5, so you're close. What's what? There's got to be one more game out there, right?
All right, yeah, big fucking deal. Purdue, they covered against Purdue, but one, those refs were terrible. Two, Purdue made two threes the entire game. Two threes the entire game.
Here we go. IU led majority of that game. IU led 15 minutes, or the first 15 minutes of the first half, or second, the last half of the 15 minutes of the first half, and they gave up the lead and then came back and led majority of that second half too, as well.
Purdue did let them into that game. That was early. It was 2-4. They missed 3 straight free throws, which would have made it 7. And then they did turn it over. So if they didn't turn it over, maybe they hit a bucket or a 3. All of a sudden, it's 10-2, 9-2. The energy and shift is entirely different in that game. So consider it lucky. They're not. They play that game again. Purdue smashes them by 20 every time. So you caught the one.
5-4. 26 winning days in January, only 5 losses to wrap up my January. I mean, one of the best months I've had. I think I will say increasing the volume has helped, just considering we cap every game almost throughout the night. So it's helped me versus like trying to pick 3 to 4 games that I'm confident on versus, the 20 to 30 that are the aggregate of what we're capping tonight. So I like what I've done this month. Obviously, it's been a winning month. 5-4 tonight. We'll take it. Tough winning on Friday sometime with this slate, don't you think?
No, Fridays are generally my better days. I just kind of dive into stink.
And I suck at Fridays.
Sundays are terrible for me, but yeah, no, horrible week for me. It was like 51-32 and like one last week. And then this week, I think was probably a complete opposite. I got slaughtered. I got fucking slaughtered.
I feel like your no picks, no bets though were solid. I don't know. I feel like you still probably close to even.
5-3 if I would have bet everything I wrote down yesterday.
Right.
Well, actually 6-3 with Siena.
Yeah,
But
I love
we'll
that. I
figure
love
it
that we both win though. And chat, when's this last time you've seen a pencil? I mean, come on, this pencil's great. Last time you've seen a pencil?
How do you sharpen the thing? You got to use a knife.
I've had a few beers. If you couldn't tell, we had to delay some things. So thanks for hanging on with us. And Stooley did his show at midnight, so I was like, let's cap it a little later and do Pump Fake After Dark for the Saturday slate, huh?
Yep. Well, shut up, Matt. I know the spreads have been brutal. He's hitting his totals though, so
hitting the totals.
I think
Matt,
totals are way harder than spreads in my opinion.
I'll second that, Matt.
Yeah. Do you bet a lot of unders or overs, or what have you been doing? Because if I bet an under, that fucker soars over or it goes over with free throws late. If I bet an over, looks like two Sisters of the Blind schools playing out there. But
hey,
yeah,
he's with that record though. He's 12-11. Still, he's in the green.
Yep, that's true.
He's still in the green with that record.
Props to you.
Shout out. That's the way to bet, Matt. When you come to totals, it's the way to bet. I think as well. Better edge in college basketball because everyone bets overs.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing Bryant UMBC though, then you double the over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we get into it?
Yeah.
I mean, we got a lot to go after.
Yeah, let's get it started. I made these banners about 2 hours ago, so they've moved. Florida is 4.5, 4. I'm seeing 4.5. For me, it's sitting 4 on DraftKings. So this line has moved to 1.5.
Open at 2.
Open 2, 2.5, depending on what book, and then it went up to 5.5. Now it's on the 4. There's a lot of money coming in on both sides here. Nobody knows what to do. I'm probably going to play Florida here. I know it's probably going to be a very public dog to start the day. But Ziegler's banged up. I know he hasn't practiced, but he's going to play. And then Florida, their defense isn't terrible. They have great interior defense. It's a gang rebound effort on the glass there, 1 through 5. And Tennessee's offense has reverted back to years past, not counting last year with Dalton Connect, who, if they ever needed a bucket, he was going to get them a bucket. So it's reverted. Florida is one of the big dogs in the SEC, which I know Tennessee's been seeing a lot of lately. They back-to-back lost Kentucky at home and Auburn. And they did lose to Florida earlier this year. So, I mean, I see that whole angle of bounce back and revenge for this, but I don't believe in this Tennessee offense. I think the defense can muck it up. I think this total is speaking volumes to it's a Tennessee style game, but when it comes to getting a bucket and that offense doing what it needs to do, I have no faith in Tennessee doing that. Tennessee does not get to the line. They are dead last in the conference at getting to the foul line. Interior wise, they're shooting 44%. Florida, second best interior defense. Tennessee's shooting 30% from 3. And they're the number 1 3-point shooting team in the conference. So I mean, they're shooting threes and they cannot hit them whatsoever. So I'll be on Florida. And if this is the game where Chaz Lanier just happens to wake up and they just don't miss, so be it. But I think a lot of people are going to be playing the bounce back and revenge angle at home. But I just have no faith in this Tennessee offense.
Hey, Stooley, that was a good bet, but I will be one of those people that are playing Tennessee on the bounce back and battling you early here. I like this Florida team, but 18-2, 3 wins in a row. I think with this total as well, it fares to Tennessee a little bit more. I'll say they expect a lower score total, and we saw what Florida did against a worse team than Tennessee, but plays a similar style in South Carolina, and they barely squeaked that one out. And I trust Tennessee's defense over South Carolina's, of course. 2 losses in a row. You cannot give up home court again. They kind of got embarrassed by Kentucky. And I was on Kentucky plus 12.5, 13.5, keep the points. For me personally, I thought Kentucky was in it for most of the game. I know that they didn't have the lead at the first half, but no. Give me Tennessee. And I see minus 3.5. I'm going to lock that up on Hard Rock. If anyone's got Hard Rock, that's an ESPN bet special. So I don't know if that's available for you guys. So I will lock up Tennessee 3.5. Stooley, let's both win on this one tomorrow. Deal?
It works for me. Yeah, If you're seeing 3, then good, because I'm looking at unabated right now. Hard Rock.
It's like 4. It's 4 pretty much everywhere. 4.5. But I saw 3.5 minus 120 in Hard Rock. I'll take
still up
possession.
You might want to check it, because I'm seeing 4 on unabated on Hard Rock. So if you see it, I would go grab it right now.
Yeah, I just got it right now. I'm gonna take it.
Right.
It's a little juice. It's not minus 110, so it's minus 120.
Yeah.
But
and Matt, I made these banners like 2 hours ago, before I had to do all my other shit. So they are a little outdated. I'm not going to go through and change them. We'll talk if there's a line move, but yeah, you can get a 4.5 on Tennessee, multiple places here. I mean, FanDuel's got 4.5. BetMGM's got 4.5. Caesar's got 4.5. Bovada's got 4.5 if you're offshore. So it's pretty much, it's 4.5 about 75% of the books out there. So just shop around for whatever side you want. And if you want Tennessee, go grab it now, because it's not going to be 3.5 much longer. But this line has bounced around a lot. So
and I like it up to 4.5 on minus 110 too. I mean, we can both win there too as well, Stooley. So
no, if I get 4.5 and you get more minus 4.5.
I thought you got 5.
Yeah,
sorry.
with your 3.5. No, you're good. Yeah. Next, Pitt's heading to Wake. I believe this is 2 now. 1.5 on FanDuel. 2.5 on Bet Rivers. Across the board. So it's 2.5. You have one rogue, 1.5 out there at FanDuel. So if you like Wake Forest, probably just play the money line to be safe. But I like Pittsburgh here. Pittsburgh's playing better. I know Wake Forest is coming off back-to-back losses, heading home. Duke and Louisville. I was doing the Kerm show, and Toast did mention that I believe it was Hildreth. Yep. He played 22 minutes last game. So, wait, was that due to fouls or? Nope, it wasn't fouls. So he something happened with him. So just keep an eye on that. I'm going to imagine he probably plays, but Pittsburgh's been playing much better. They're shooting 83% from the line in conference play here. Wake Forest does foul you. They're 88th on the year and not fouling you, but in conference play, that jumps up 4%. They're sitting 11th in the ACC at fouling. Pittsburgh doesn't turn it over. They also force turnovers. Wake Forest, not a big turnover team, but they definitely don't take care of the ball very well. Wake Forest also struggles from 3, shooting 31.5%. Pittsburgh doesn't defend it well, so if Wake Forest just gets hot, so be it. But Pittsburgh's got a great interior defense. They block a lot of shots. They force turnovers, and they'll have a size advantage. All these guards all of these guards are 6'3", 6'3", 6'5". Their forwards are 6'7", 6'8", 6'10". They do have multiple 6'10" guys. Guillermo's 7 foot. So they have size. I think Efton Reed may bully Guillermo a little bit here, but given the general size of this team, they got the length and athleticism to kind of take away some passing lanes, make shots tough for Wake Forest. And I just don't like this Wake Forest offense. We've seen them go 5-6 minutes scoreless a bunch, even at home. And I do think this Pittsburgh team is better than North Carolina, who they beat by 1 point at home. So I will take the 2 points with Pittsburgh here. I think they win this game outright. But if you're going to give me a bucket to avoid, a buzzer beater or something, I will take that.
Stooley, I love you, but maybe battling early is a good thing. I will lock up Wake here on the money line, so can both win here. A little juice, but I do like the spread. I think, don't you think this line's kind of a bit stinky? A home team should maybe be laying 4 if they're feeling comfortable, right? So I do agree with you on the spot. Sorry, I got to plug in my computer. I do agree with you on the spot that Pittsburgh's got the size. Pittsburgh's kind of got the advantage overall, in my opinion. But losing 2 in a row, Pitt just over the North Carolina win. I know they probably feel a little, North Carolina's, not that good, so it's not as strong as a win. But beating North Carolina as a program itself, that is a big win, regardless if you're at home or not. And Wake off 2 losses. I am worried about their offense, but I think that they can muck it up here and get the job done. So I'll take Wake on the money line. Let's try to win both of these battles together. We'll find the edge together and both win. titles.
Works for me. All right. Yeah, I'll take Pitt. I just I like this team a little bit more.
Yep.
Next one, Washington's at Minnesota. Minnesota's laying 5, and this might be down to 5. 4.5.
It opened I think it opened at 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it moved up. MGM's got 5.5 for Washington. This is down. You got 4.5 on Bet Rivers. So, I mean, it's anywhere from 4.5 to 5.5 out there. Curious your thought on this one. I've kind of been going back and forth on this one.
I kind of want to bet Minnesota, but like I don't know. Just so many games tomorrow. You know what I mean? I think Minnesota might be the play though. They're kind of good at home. Tough travel spot for Washington. It's 9 a.m. their time. Technically, playing the game. You got Minnesota just off their shellacking. Do they pick it back up again? I think so. And yeah, I agree with Matt. I think the Barnes is going to be buzzing. And I don't like this Washington team. But they're going to be playing somewhat desperate. They're 1-8 in Big Ten play. The fact that Washington's in the Big Ten is a joke in its first place. But just kind of a weird travel spot for them. Playing at home to UCLA last Friday. Then they take some time off, travel out to Minnesota, and then go back home for 2 days or for a couple days. I kind of like Minnesota. This may be even grosser. Dare me to take the over 134.5?
That's disgusting. It's your money, please. Tennessee's down to 3.5 now across multiple books. So just
Love it.
Side note. But
see, I told you. Hard Rock was sharp. Yeah, it's kind of a gross total, don't you think?
I don't know. I mean, I definitely do think it's a little gross. You know how I feel about totals, so it's really nothing I can help you with there. But if you do want, I have a version of a total I don't mind. Dawson Garcia points. I see underdogs got it 20.5. Probably about normal juice. Not 100% sure, but Garcia, we all know he's the straw that stirs this drink for Minnesota here. Was he 6'11"? Yeah, 6'11". He can shoot from 3. He's shooting 37% from 3. He doesn't shoot a ton. He'll shoot like 4 or 5 average on game. Doesn't get to the free throw line a ton, but he's a very efficient shooter. When he does get his shots, he drives. He gets shots at the rim. He can make jumpers. So I like this. And we know great Osabar. He is a foul, gets in foul trouble. So, I mean, if they catch him with an early 1 or 2 and he's got to sit, there's not going to really be anybody on this Washington team that I think could really defend him very well. I think Osabar can get physical with him. So if they're letting it play, that might be a little issue. But Garcia should be able to score points here. I mean, if he's not going to score points, they're not going to win or cover this game, first of all. So it is all relying on him. He's gone over the 20.5 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 6 games. And the one he missed, he scored 20 points on 16 shots or 15 shots and 6 free throw attempts. So regardless, he gets volume. This Washington team, their defense is not good. They're allowing 57% shooting interior, 34% from 3, and they foul a ton. No, I know Minnesota's not a great free throw shooting team, but Garcia is one of the few bright spots on this team at 76%. So I'm tempted to maybe at least throw him in like an underdog or prize pick slip tomorrow. Just a little all-day sweat for some player props here. So I like Garcia's points. That's how I would play this game personally if I were to do it. Laying that many points with Minnesota is a scary
it might be the spot for him, though.
You're 100% right, but it's just a bit.
I wrote down the over. I'm not betting this. I've already bet the other 2 games, so I'm gonna lay off this one for now. We'll see if I add it to my card at the end.
Fair. Providence heads to St. John's. I talked about this one. I want to hear what you got to say about this.
God, I've been betting St. John's so much, but is it too many points?
You can argue both ways, in my opinion, for this one.
Providence kind of stinks, though.
But look at their previous scores for games. They've got blown out once. That was at Creighton.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of points going off the eye test.
And St. John's was laying 5.5 last game at the Dunk earlier this year. 2-point.
And they won pretty handily against Georgetown, right? So maybe it's a little overcorrection. Oh God, I hate locking up Providence here. I'll take Providence plus 15.
15 now?
Excuse me, 14.
Damn, I was gonna say, oof, that's tempting. I know Providence offense isn't great, but 15 points is a ton, especially when they were laying 5.5 last game. I know it was at the Dunk. They won by 2. They were laying 5.5. Now they're at home, and this warrants an 8-point move on the spread. That feels excessive.
I think it's a little bit of an overcorrection for them, but I don't know. Providence has won 2 games in a row, so given it was Georgetown, that's their Super Bowl. But then they, against Seton Hall, they kind of squeak it out.
They did have a 14-point lead in that one.
I have bet St. John's so fucking much, and they've squeaked out covers. Xavier, Villanova, Xavier again, Georgetown. That's not a squeak out. That was an absolute lock. But I will probably take Providence. I might wait to bet this and thinking that St. John's is going to get some steam. Do you think so too?
Probably. Where did this open, actually?
They opened at 13.
So it's moved up a half point. Where is this Providence? There it is. Yeah, DraftKings opened at 13.5. They're always late. But as Providence is catching a lot of money on DraftKings right now. They're getting sharp money, about 16% extra sharp money. Circa Splits has this. They're catching 5% of the sharp money on Providence also. It's been sitting at 13. I kind of like Providence here. Feels like an overcorrection on the spread. St. John's has Marquette on deck on Tuesday, so it's not like they have a week look ahead. They've got a short turnaround for that. Providence been playing good lately. Again, they did find a way to win at Seton Hall after the Georgetown game. Villanova on the road, 2-point loss. Creighton did bust them up by 20, but beat Seton Hall by 6. Did beat Butler by 19. Lost to Connecticut by 3. The St. John's game was 2. Bonaventure was 4, and Marquette busted them up for 28. So 2 of their last 10 games they've been blown out. They've been playing good. They seem to have an issue where they can't close games or find a way to win these games, these tight games for the most part. But
this game's in the Garden too. I feel like they kind of play with their food a little bit in the Garden versus playing at Cornesca.
Yeah, and so I'm going to write down Providence. We'll see how I like this.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to bet this, but I put down Providence. I've already bet Tennessee and Wake, but this is another put down that I'm gonna take a look at, and probably if I probably end up taking it, but a wake up spot or because I will set my alarm for 6 or 7 a.m. to check these line movements, and I don't care how much little sleep we have. It's a big day. We only have like 6 or 7 Saturday slates left, buddy.
Oh, don't. Yeah. I mean, and to that point, these lines will move a little bit overnight with the money. The limits will open in the morning, and then they'll really move when people start hammering it. And not to mention the public too. Like once they start, they wake up, 8, 9 o'clock. That money will start hitting and moving around. So, don't hate waking up early. I generally do for the most part. Sundays are my sleeping days. Saturdays, the rest of the week, I don't.
Sunday slate actually looks pretty good. We got
a 7:30. We got a 7:30 game. Thank God.
Yep. Yeah. God, take us
Shout
home
out
when
to
we're
schedule makers for
watching fucking flag football in the NFL on Sunday. I will not be watching that. I'd rather bet on high lie. Ooh.
Yeah. Fordham's had the Bonnies. Bonnies laying 15.5.
Let's be quick with this one. I'm not.
Yeah. I'm probably not going to bet it, but it's an interesting game.
Are you sure you see 15?
It was, unless I looked at the wrong line.
Shout out Helms. He likes Helms like the Friars. I see 10.5, buddy.
Oh, I must have looked at I don't know what I was looking at. I'll change that. That's egregious.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I must have been looking at the wrong one. Okay, that changes it because I was like 15.5 is excessive. Yeah. Bonnies have Loyola Chicago on the road on deck. Fordham has won 2 straight. Bonnie's coming off of the 22-point shellacking of Dayton. So this is a little bit of a sandwich spot before they get Loyola, who's, they're not up there in the conference, but they're a good team. They had injuries. That really set them back this year. They've gotten healthier, and they've traded wins since that came back, but they are off a loss. So the last 3 losses prior to this, they bounced back with a win. So they're playing, but we're not talking Loyola. Fordham's playing good, but are they playing good enough to hang with the Bonnies is the question. Their defense is absolutely horrendous. Bonaventure is going to own the glass. They don't foul them, and Fordham's going to foul a ton. I think maybe this is a spot where Fordham kind of comes back to earth. You played Duquesne at home, then LaSalle on the road, and they won by 16 at LaSalle. They put up 88 points, which outside of that triple OT game was their highest point total of the year versus a D1 school. They did have a stretch where they had 80, 83, 84, 87, 86, 87, but that was New Hampshire, Fairdick, Maine, Bryant, and Albany. So different competition. I think this is a spot Bonnie's come back, or Fordham comes back to earth and Bonnie's kind of fuck them up, but I will not be betting this game.
Yeah, I'll pick St. Bonaventure here. I don't think I'm going to bet it, but I wrote it down. Stay tuned towards the menu tomorrow, but yeah, I'm with you. I think St. Bonaventure's coming back together after their little stumble. The prodigal son returns home always, though, and St. Bonaventure's trying to prove themselves worthy in this A10 conference. Manipulate those rankings with a Fordham victory.
Is Keith Ergo back this game, or is he sussied for one more?
It's a good question.
When was that suspension?
I don't think it was too long ago.
Ergo suspension. January 16th.
It's a 4-game suspension.
Oh, he's gone this game too.
Yeah, he's gone.
In the interim's credit, they're 2-1 under the interim. They're playing arguably better under the interim. So
yep,
you have that potential angle here.
For the picks the picks I've picked with no bet, I like St. Bonaventure better than that over in Minnesota wash. But yeah, we'll see if I end up betting this.
Too many points, Toasty. Too many points, my guy. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna get what did this line open at?
What, St. Bonaventure? It's been stuck
11
at
11.5, so it's come down.
Well, no, it opened at 10.5, went up to 11, back down to 10.
Oh, my bad. I was on Circa opened at 11 at least. I was looking at theirs. Yeah,
books, schmucks. They're all
Bonnie's a minor look ahead, but Fordham's been playing better under the interim here.
You just said St. Bonaventure. You stick to your fucking guns, Stooley, and move on. This game sucks. We got too many games to go.
Bonnie's no bet.
Stick to your game. Stick to your game.
Creighton Nova. What do you got?
Oh my God.
I'm probably gonna play this game.
Okay, so I have that. I took that Creighton and UConn to win the Big East in the regular season, right? I don't think the UConn will win, but at plus 3,200, I'll take it because they play 3 big games in a row. Creighton, I got at plus 600, right? I don't think it's a hedge on that. I don't know. I initially want to take Villanova, but I feel like I may Benedict this and go for Creighton with plus money and double down on my Big East. But they're not good on the road. I agree. Battle here?
No. Creighton. Nova's fallen back to earth, man. Nova has fallen back to earth. Creighton is hot. They lost to Marquette by 8. Georgetown and Alabama. Georgetown, that was a bad loss. They got absolutely shellacked. But they did win at Connecticut. They won at Butler. Not that those two Butler's a great win, but they've won their last 3 road games. They're playing good. Nova is struggling here. St. John's, Xavier, Georgetown, and Marquette, all losses. They lost to Providence at home after they didn't score the last 5 minutes. I think Creighton's playing much better. In this
Is
spot.
Villanova fake sharp here, you think, too? A little fake sharp.
Yeah, I think so because they're favored. It's going to be a great crowd, obviously, but they don't defend.
I'm nervous, though. Villanova did beat UConn at home on a similar line, right? I think Villanova was actually catching points, but maybe it was a pick 'em. I can't remember, but we were on Villanova there. I remember that. But they squeaked that game out of their ass on missed free throws, man. Like, I don't know. Creighton's red hot right now. Like I said, I have that plus 600 Creighton to win the Big East in the regular season with UConn as well. Listen, Creighton's got Villanova and Providence, then they go Marquette, Connecticut, St. John's. Absolute gauntlet Big East for February, because I'm pretty sure Connecticut has the same St. John's, Marquette, Creighton.
Yeah.
Absolute bangers in the Big East in February. I don't think Creighton can afford to lose this game. I know they've won 5 in a row here, but 6 in a row here. So normally I fade people in these spots, but I think I don't know. I think Creighton gets it done, and I'll take them at plus money as well.
Helms, I don't hate you for betting the Big East. It's kind of ass, but I've kind of been nice with the Big East, so I have a little affinity towards Big East here. But Villanova has no defense, man. Like, they can't defend the 3, and that's where Creighton will really fuck you up. Villanova fouls a ton. Creighton's not an elite free throw shooting team, but they're not bad. They're shooting 71%. They don't foul you, which is where Villanova can really fuck you up with their free throw shooting if you're giving them free points. Number 1 in the conference, number 1 in the country at not sending you to the free throw line here. So, not to mention Kalkbrenner down low is going to have a size advantage over anybody they put on him. I like Creighton here. I'm with you. I'm going to take the points, but I don't want to bet Nova here. I get it's a revenge spot for the loss earlier, but Nova just has not looked good whatsoever.
I'm deciding between the points and money line, but I'm definitely locking Creighton here. So stay tuned towards the end of the episode to see if I end up taking Creighton at plus money. But with that plus 600 looming, I'll probably just take the points here. But we'll see at the end. I'm with you. Go Jays.
So Toast, if you want to hop in,
Dixon threes though,
just DM me. I'll send you the link.
Dixon threes though.
Dixon 3, maybe. I mean, Creighton's really good at defending the 3.
Yeah.
What did Dixon do?
Maybe it's a little lower then because of that.
Dixon was 4 of 7 from 3 on the road.
What was
Dixon 3. Maybe I'll add Dixon 3s to the.
He was 3 for 8, 5 for 10, 2 for 7, 3 for 5, 4 for 9. I mean, the volume it's there, man.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, if you want to.
Yeah, I'll write Dixon. I like Creighton, so I'm gonna stick to that. But I'll just write down Eric Dixon, and we can see where he goes. I mean, fuck, when this show ends by 3 a.m. or so,
yeah,
price lines open.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually just have a little prize pick slip potentially tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, sponsor us, Prize Pick. No, I'm just kidding.
Prize Picks, Underdog, whatever, Garcia points, Edgecombe, other points I was looking at.
Okay.
So yeah, I might just throw a little funsy in there for the day. You know, have some player props to sweat out for the day. Also, that would be cool. But,
Helms, yeah, give me SoCon over Big East this year. Fuck, I mean. But yeah, we want to move on from this game. We agree here. Dixon threes, I wrote down.
Missouri, Mississippi State. This one may have moved again. This was 2 hours ago I did this.
God, I fucking hate betting Mississippi State this year, dude.
I was doing so well with them. Now I'm just.
Me too.
It's still sitting 6.
They're better as a dog. They're better as a dog unless they're playing an SEC team. Because they were catching point. I mean, Pittsburgh was one of our best bets when they played Pittsburgh. That was no sweat whatsoever. But they were a dog against Memphis. You know, they've been good as a dog, but they got to get one of these games, dude. They have Missouri. They're 4-4 in SEC play. They're definitely making the tournament. They have nothing to worry about there, but unless they lose out or some shit. But Missouri, then you go on the road against Georgia, back home against Florida. Will not be betting them on a big team. They should win one of those games. They have not beaten a top SEC team this year. I mean, Ole Miss, yes, but that's a rivalry game. You always expect to play your rivals close, just like we saw with IU tonight. And then, sorry for that dig there. And then you got Ole Miss again at Ole Miss, A&M, Oklahoma, Alabama. I mean, they end nicely with their final 3 games, but they got a tough schedule. I'm tempted to take Mississippi State here.
It feels like a lot of points. I mean, Missouri's been playing good. I know they lost at Texas. But I mean, their losses are Texas, Auburn, Illinois, and Memphis. Otherwise, they've won. Biggest loss was 16 at Auburn. So I mean, it's not like they're getting blown out. 7-point or 8-point loss at Texas, 3-point on a neutral to Illinois, and then 8-point to Memphis. Mississippi State just hasn't been good. I know they've played a tough stretch here. I mean, Kentucky, Auburn beat Ole Miss in overtime. Tennessee, South Carolina won in overtime. That was on the road. And then just lost by 4 to Bama. They definitely need a game, but I don't know if they're showing me enough to lay 6.5 points. I mean, Missouri's been playing pretty good. Beat Ole Miss, beat Florida, beat Vanderbilt. Yeah, I mean, they did lose to Auburn, but that was on the road. So I'm not even going to make that the argument. So I kind of like Missouri here. I know Mississippi State's desperate. They need a win, but 7 points, like I get it, but this was like 3.5, 3 or something maybe, but 7 points at least. That feels like a lot. I mean, this Missouri team's hung in a lot this year. They're playing good.
I think I agree with you. I think Missouri, we called them out early in the middle of the year, right? And we loved them last year with all their transfers. Now they've kind of gelled together, right? Kept pieces from their team last year. And they underperformed last year, obviously. But this year, they're coming together. I like this Missouri team. I think they hang tough in this game for the most part. But I think this is similar to the Texas game when you think Missouri's going to cover for about 17 minutes, and then they blow their load in the final 3 to 4. I can see that happening in Starkville. So I'll take Mississippi State here, actually, in battle for them.
All right. Yeah, I'm with Toast. Feels like a ton of points. Feels like too much, a bit too much. But I will give you to your side of the argument. Missouri is 1-3 on the road this year, but their one win was Florida. So I mean, there's that. So I mean, they've been solid. Like I'm tempted to bet Missouri here. We'll see how I'm feeling, but 6.5 feels a tad excessive. If it was 5.5, I would have loved Missouri, but 6.5 is right at that number range where it's like they could just blow them out finally. But
yep,
I might pay to find out tomorrow. Next, Hofstra's at Campbell. Campbell off the William and Mary undressing.
This is also a rematch from last Saturday. Remember, Campbell was down like 19 points, and we were on Campbell, and then they came back and won outright. Dude, I'm not betting Hofstra, man. I fucking hate betting Hofstra this year.
This is like a textbook Hofstra spot, though.
I mean, you're probably right.
Campbell just won by 41 over William and Mary.
Yeah, but they just got a road win against Elon by 11. They were up the whole game too.
There's a revenge aspect.
On Elon. Campbell's won 4 in a row, though. I'll pick Campbell. I'm not betting them though.
I'm really tempted. I'm really tempted to lay it with Hofstra. I know it's disgusting, but
right.
129.5 total. What was this total last Saturday between these two?
Probably the same thing, 133 at most.
That would be my guess. Over under. Nope, not trends. I want over under results. Campbell, the total was 130.5, so it dropped. It's about the same. Yeah, exact same. I kind of like Hofstra, man. Revenge spot. Campbell off of a 40-point shellacking over the number 1 team in the conference. Then you've got a team you just came in and beat, which you had to claw back from 19, mind you. I think Hofstra pays the favor here. Actually, I might bet this game.
I'm not betting this, so since I'm picking Campbell, fuck it, I'll root for you. I don't know. I like this Campbell team. Fucking love betting them. Hofstra, I never get right. They either, when I bet them, they score 46 points. When I don't bet them, they win. So you don't want me to be on your side if I bet Hofstra. So if you end up betting Hofstra, best of luck. I'll still pick Campbell, though. I don't care if I lose a pick.
Helms it sounds like he's probably on the Camels, little wagon. Toasty's got a point. This is big in the conference. I know Hofstra's probably out of it entirely. They're 4-5.
Speedy Claxton. I love Speedy Claxton too. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, you got a 6-3 home team or 6-3 team in conference, catching a point to a 4-5 team in conference, who they've also beaten. I think this is just telling you, like, they're going to take Campbell money for sure with how they've played. But Campbell, I mean, I think they're good. Do I think they're this good to just rattle off 5-6 wins in a row? I don't know. I think what could happen is they lose to Hofstra tomorrow at home. They've got Elon on Thursday. I think they could bounce back against Elon there. So I'm circling Hofstra. I like this spot for Hofstra here potentially.
I'll give you $100 without Googling. No one in the chat can get it. Sorry, because you can Google. What year is the only year Campbell has made the NCAA tournament? You get 2 guesses. First guess you don't miss.
1998.
Wrong. You get one more guess. $50.
Chopped in half. 2000.
1992. Last time they made the fucking tournament too.
Knew it was a minute ago. I didn't realize that was that. Oh, Kyle said 1989. He was close.
Kyle was definitely close, and he didn't go over either. So that's a win in Price's Rights book, right? So, we'll Kyle, you get a gift card to the Cheesecake Factory. How's that sound? We'll go, you and I together. Tony Patelis, if you follow him on Twitter, he loves the Cheesecake Factory. But all right, let's move on from this.
Kerm's average college basketball knower. Avid was saying the 90 team was good, I guess.
They lost
a little bit before my time.
Yeah, I was swimming in my dad's balls at that time. So, oh god,
yeah, this game intrigued me. I'm not gonna probably bet it, but it was intriguing. UMass off of the 21-point NJIT loss.
In UMBC,
oh my god.
Oh, I'm so tempted to bet an over.
This feels like an uber letdown spot for UMBC. Had the lead, battled with Bryan at home on national TV, blew it late, desperation. You fouled, you blew the cover, which obviously they don't give a shit about or shouldn't, but they did. You got UMass Lowell, who just got embarrassed on the road at the New Jersey Institute of Technology. I'm sure Kyle's got season tickets to that one, but
it's Kyle in Jersey.
This line stinks. Yeah, this line stinks, but I kind of like UMass Lowell on the bounce back more than UMBC, just given the circumstances that they were in. Yeah. Everybody was watching them. They were national TV before the Cleveland State IPFW.
I hate this UMass Lowell team, but I'll bet them again. It shows me the strong conviction there. This UMass Lowell team's kind of just been a letdown. I mean, I would lean the over as well. I won the over in UMBC Bryant first half and full game. So I don't know if I want to bet that again, but both defenses are super porous. UMBC is going to run fast. Lowell can match them. I'm with you, Trevor. I'll lock up Lowell here.
Helms is on UMBC, sounds like.
Overs? If Helms is on the over, I'm definitely writing that down.
I will give an argument back for why UMass Lowell could struggle. They got the Caleb Murphy kid back. He only played 10 minutes last game, but maybe they tried to work him in the rotation. He played 10 minutes, so maybe they worked him in the rotation, took some spot away from somebody else who comes in, and maybe because it just threw off the team here. But I mean, NJIT shot 10 of 22 from 3 and 44% inside the arc, 11 of 14 from the free throw line too.
I think if this game goes over, sorry to interrupt you. I think if this game goes over, though, it's better for UMBC. If the game goes under, it's better for UMass Lowell. I know that's kind of a weird way to look at it, but I don't know. I mean, that's just UMBC style of play. I know Lowell can match the pace, but just time. I mean, both these defenses stink, but I just don't. I don't know. you saw what Lowell against Bryant did on the road. They lost by 23. Bryant and UMBC, a similar team. I think Bryant's way better, but I'm with you. I'm with you, Stu. Let's lock up Mike Lowell.
Goldie and Beanick arguing about pizza on TC right now.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
Yeah, this too. If they have any fucking respect for themselves, they're going to get it done tomorrow. They have to. But this just feels like the ultimate letdown spot for UMBC. I know that line maybe it stinks a little bit. Some people go into UMBC, but UMass Lowell just lost to New Jersey Institute of Technology by 21. Man,
Yeah,
they got to show up tomorrow.
yeah. They piss me off all the time though.
But Lowell hasn't been incredible this year for their standards. The American East has been fucking weird this year.
I'm going in TC's chat, going in blind. I have no idea what they're saying. I'm just going Chicago pizza fucking sucks. Enjoy your fucking burnt lasagna.
Next one, the Fed special, Eastern Michigan. Western Michigan's laying points.
Dude, they just won it in the hardest place to play, Worthen Arena, Ball State.
That's what I forgot about that. People do say that.
Yeah, it's tough environment there at Worthen Arena, man.
Western Michigan or Eastern Michigan's been a wagon. They just lost to Miami, Ohio on the road.
Give me Eastern Michigan money line first half. They got to perform in the first half only.
I could see that little letdown in Kalamazoo to start the game for Western Michigan.
Dude, they've led the first half in every game since they've had this Fed shit.
It's true. It's been wire to wire.
Bowling Green.
Buffalo was beating them in the first half.
That's right. But then they came back and covered. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think in general, I just like Eastern Michigan anyway. Like they have to play a good ball. They got to be like, no, we weren't shaving points, although you clearly were. They gotta play good tomorrow. And Western Michigan off of a big road win. Was it on the road? Yeah, it was on the road.
Yeah, in the toughest
now
place
here
in college basketball, Worthen Arena.
Mm-hmm. Mackey Arena ain't got shit on that fucking arena.
No, Worthen Arena is the toughest place to play in Indiana, without a doubt.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna write down. I'm really tempted to.
I like the first half. I'll do the first half based on the Fed. That's a Fed play right there. But let's fly through these fucking low games like this.
I got a lock. Detroit Mercy -3.
Oh my god! Why is this line 3?
Because it's Detroit Mercy, dude. If Green Bay is one of the worst.
You want to lock Green Bay? I'm not even kidding you.
Dude, be my guest if you want to do that. Toast, send him the donation link for the Child Cancer Research Fund. That's pretty much a donation what he's doing right now.
Yeah, I'm rounding up at Panda Express on that fucking bet there.
Green Bay.
I'll pick
357th in the country for second half margin. Gottlieb makes no fucking changes at half, and they are
they haven't won since November 19th.
They're 358th, 357 in the country for on the road second half margin, -11.3. He doesn't make adjustments. He's a fucking idiot.
They haven't won since November 19th.
Kerm's Green Bay. This is my top bet.
Yeah. Hey, I will pick Green Bay here. I'm not probably going to bet them just because we've been going against them. It's been nice, but I think the line is stinky with Detroit off of a win. So they got to get one, Trevor. They got to get one.
They don't. Ask DePaul. They don't have to get one. They could go 2 years without getting one.
On the horizon. You got to win one in the horizon. You've blown your load against IU Indy twice already this season. Those are your 2 wins you got to get. I said this last 2 weeks ago. I was like, if they don't beat IU Indy at home, they'll beat Detroit on the road. I'll stick by that, but I'm not betting this. No way. No,
you got to bet Green Bay. I mean,
nope.
Second, maybe they'll.
I've been saying Green Bay. I've been saying Green Bay. I've been on that train. But this one just feels like Green Bay gets it.
Be my guest, dude. I'm betting Detroit Mercy, so I will gladly lock battle you.
All right. Well,
Green
then
Bay is not going to get it done. They've got 8 games left. We only have 8 games left to withdraw from the ATM of Green Bay, the Bank of Green Bay. They're not getting it done, dude. Don't fall for the soup. Don't fall for the soup.
We can bet them against Purdue, Fort Wayne, Northern Kentucky, Wright State, Robert Morris, Youngstown State, maybe not Detroit at home, and then Oakland as well.
Guess what? I'm betting them. I'm betting all those teams against them every single game anyway. I've been doing it, and I've made a ton of money. It's not going to change tomorrow. It's a stinky line because Detroit obviously is not that good, but they've been better at home. They lost to Oakland at home by 6. Milwaukee was an 8-point game. Wright State was an 8-point game. Toledo, 15 points, but that was November 16th. That was early in the season. They're still figuring it out. Montgomery is going to have these boys ready to roll. Green Bay, a hard-nosed ball club. I salute you for that take. That's Green Bay. I cannot wait. Oh,
I love that Kyle's in on the stick. I'm writing Green Bay down. I might end up betting them. Fuck it. I can't wait. I can't wait till it happens. You owe me so many drinks in Green Bay if it happens tomorrow.
Be my guest. Detroit is not losing this game. Lovejoy is going to take over.
How about Gottlieb?
Not to mention Legend Gear.
Get the ladders out, Doug Gottlieb. It's a WWE match. You got to measure the fucking hoops and make sure they're 10 feet. What the fuck?
Gottlieb was busy watching Purdue, Indiana tonight, and he's got to do a column on it in his radio show about it. He was not watching tape on Detroit Mercy.
What happened?
He pulled up KenPom. He's like, 7-16, we can beat these guys.
Yeah, the Hoosiers were a lock. Also, yeah. I'll share this. We got a piece of Assembly Hall here. Talk about that. Look at that dominance. I know that's before I was born. I know, but 237 and 36.
Cool.
God, when the fuck has that happened? And
Purdue 68-5 in their last 73 home games. I don't know how far that dates back. I'm not going to do the math now, but yeah, by all means, you guys bet Green Bay, and I'll expect silence tomorrow when Detroit Mercy wins by 9. They pull away in the second half. I don't hate if you want to take Green Bay first half. I don't hate that. They come out, they play all right in the first half, and then the second half, Gottlieb's like, all right, we're going to run that back, boys. And then they get slaughtered. They were tied with Oakland at halftime, and then Oakland ran it up immediately.
Yeah, you're at it. You're fucking.
Right, we spent too much time on this game, but
yeah,
just let Detroit Mercy.
Fuck on. No, don't.
I think this is 6.5 now. 6.5 on DraftKings.
I see 7 on the stupid Fanatics, but I'm limited on that book. Thanks, Ruben. You fucking have millionaires over at your house, and you don't want me to bet $50 on a game. Fanatics, you're fucking pussies. Sorry, no sponsors in the future. I'll take Arizona State here. Actually, I hate betting this team. Arizona just got off that big win. Come on, Stooley. This is like an IU Purdue night tonight.
Oh my God.
Don't fall into the better team. Don't fall into the.
I'm not going to get into this Purdue Indiana argument with you.
Oh, I'm gonna rib you until 3:30 a.m. with Purdue IU tonight. But I'll take Arizona State here.
What the hell is hate week? Is that like rivalry week?
Yeah,
I've never heard of hate week.
It's rivalry week. Yeah, it is. Okay. It is because like if you've noticed the MAC tonight, rivalry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, this
used to be.
I struggle with this. This is a clear letdown for Arizona after that Iowa State game.
Arizona wins by 4. They win by 4. The Arizona wins this game. They win by 4. When was that half-court shot? Was that 2 years ago? That half-court shot Arizona State hit against Arizona?
2-3 years ago. I forget who shot it. That was
it was fucking the dude at the headband. Now
Boswell?
I just see Caleb Love's half-court shot.
You thinking Boswell?
Arizona State it was like a damn near a full court shot.
It was I think February 25th, 2023.
2023, yep. And I was on Arizona. That was a tough way to lose. I like Arizona State here, man. Saying they're not that good of a basketball team, I'll admit, but come on, 7 points in a rivalry game on your home court. early game too. Fucking kids are gonna be boozing until 7 a.m. and then you know what they're gonna be doing all night as well too. Going into then playing at 1 p.m., 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 10 a.m. Pacific.
Oh, Devin Cambridge hit the shot. Shout out, Matt.
Devin Cambridge. Let's go, Matt Reynolds. Matt Reynolds knows ball. Shout out, Matt Reynolds. Let's go. I don't know. I think they're asking you to take Arizona State. It might be a fake sharp play, but I'll take Arizona State.
It does feel like a fake sharp play because Arizona State's just brutal, man.
They're
I mean, look
bad.
at the Iowa State game. I'm not saying Arizona's Iowa State, but look at that. They blew that. They lost at home by 6 to UCF. Lost at home by 6 to Baylor. Beat Colorado by 20. Congratulations. I mean, conference play, home games have not been kind to them outside of Colorado. They have played some tough teams, but Arizona is a tough team. It feels a little overinflated after the Iowa State win for Arizona. But this Arizona State team has not been nice to us since conference play started, man. They've been brutal.
Yeah, it's been bad. That's why I'm diving back in. Come on.
I'm gonna write it down. I might bet it just because it is given the spot. I mean, it's a primed Arizona State spot, but god damn.
The team sucks, I know.
Yeah.
We should wait to bet it.
Jane Quaintance was also out last game. I don't know what his status will be. They lost last year at home to Arizona 85-67. I mean, that's a different team. Obviously, this year's team is better, but still. I'll write Arizona State, but I don't love this spot just because they've just been so horrendous. And like Toe said, KenPom has it 4. So it's 3 points higher, 2.5. It's interesting. Kerm says Arizona State team total under 69.5. I don't actually hate that. Because they can't get into a track meet with Arizona. That's not going to work out well for them whatsoever.
Hell no. They need to win the game down low. It's the only way to win.
Arizona State only shoots 69% from the free throw line, 22% turnover percentage. And Arizona's big, dude. They're big. Their shortest player is 6'3". Their guards are all 6'4", 6'6".
Yeah, I'm still locking up Arizona State.
I'm writing it. I'm not betting it. I don't hate that team total under, to be honest. Actually, it's very intriguing. 146.5 total.
One that you probably don't have down that I'm just going to shout out quick that I took. Sanford team total over 78.5. Come on. They just lost. You don't need to put up a spread on it because I just got the team total. But Citadel's defense plays at a terrible pace, possession length wise, defensively. And when I look at overs, I forget about the pace because everyone kind of looks at pace. I look at how they handle possession length on defense. And Citadel struggles. You like KenPom, they're red on everything, no matter what they play. It's the freaking Citadel. And Sanford's off a tough loss where they damn near came back and should have won. They have not hit this number since January 9th. I think this is their get-right spot. So I took Sanford over on 78.5. I like it up to 80. I like it up to 79. Yep. I already took it.
They're averaging 81 on the road this year. And to your point, Citadel is terrible. They've been given.
Well, they haven't done this. They haven't scored this number above that number since January 9th, though. But that was against VMI, very similar team. They already beat Citadel at home, so that's why I didn't want to lay the points on the road. But I like the team total still. Come on.
Yeah, I mean they gave up 75 to VMI. Lost to Western Carolina, and gave up 80. It was overtime, but they still gave up 80.
Dude,
Mercer scored 80 on them. No, yeah, VMI is good. I'll retract that. I didn't mean that as a diss.
No, I know. I was just shouting that out because I think VMI is good. But
yeah, they are low key.
We can move on. I just wanted to give that
Quick
out.
one here. Are you buying an App State bounce back? Same number they just lost outright to.
I hate this Georgia State team, so I'll pick App State. I'm not betting this though.
I don't want to bet them, but
I don't know. I just don't like App State's offense personally when I watch them. But yeah, their defense could definitely get that number done. That's why I'll pick them. But I'm not betting App State. Their just pace is so slow. I know Georgia State's defensive pace is really bad, and their defense is overall bad. App's defense is good. They don't really force turnovers though. Won't get in transition too much, so hopefully they can just muck Georgia State up and hold them to like 50-something points. Georgia State scored like in the 80s almost every game, 79, 79, 81 or 85 in the last three. Just got a road win against Marshall. Yeah, I'll pick App State. I'm not betting this though.
Georgia State's team total is 64.5.
I think you should just lay it first. Anything else, but yeah, you might be right.
They've only scored under that once since January 4th or January 2nd. Interesting. Yeah, I know. It's just App State off a bad loss to Old Dominion at home. Now you got Georgia State coming in. I think it's a terrible spot for Georgia State. Yeah. Georgia State also gives up a fucking ton of 3 balls. Here's one. I think this was 4 earlier. I think I saw someone grab NC State at 4. Now it's up to 5.5.
Oh God, I hate laying points with Clemson on the road. They've kind of been good this year, but I don't want to put my hard-earned money on NC State either.
NC State's terrible.
They played their lights out against Duke. They played their hardest.
Yeah. I wish this was at Clemson because I would lay like the 6.5, 7.5, whatever it would be.
It would fucking be more than that. I guarantee it.
Well, if it's 5.5 here, yeah, probably around 8.5 or so then.
Yeah.
9.5.
This might be another one I pick and don't bet. I'll take Clemson. No bet at the moment. No bet.
But I do like that, to your point. NC State off of the Duke game. I know you can argue they'll get back up after a loss, but they've lost 5 in a row here.
And let's remember,
not shown up.
Let's remember the team went to the Final Four. They should have never been in that freaking tournament in the first place.
Yeah, who made that? Whatever that fucking shot was in conference play to go to overtime, and they end
that
up
white dude. Right? It was that white dude.
That white dude on NC State. Yeah,
transferred his
name.
I was in
Dogs love betting Clemson.
My flight got canceled. I was stuck in Phoenix Airport for that game. Was absolutely just boozing watching conference tournaments. It was the best. It was the best airport visit I've ever had.
Best airport bar game I ever watched was the Jacksonville Steelers AFC Championship game. That game fucked.
Oh, they got fucked. Jacksonville. I hate Jacksonville.
Yeah,
they got fucked. Hate the Steelers more.
All
right.
I'm writing Clemson just given the spot for NC State off of that Duke game because that's their ultimate get-up game, 100%. And they also shot lights out to start that game. What's that?
What scares me is Clemson has won 5 in a row, and they've kind of covered this number on the road outside of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh they still covered, but yeah, I'll take Clemson. I'm probably not betting this. We'll see at the end though. I already got a lot out there so far.
Yeah.
What else is next? Was that 1:30, right? So we're almost at 2. We're at 2 o'clock now.
Maine, Vermont?
Dude.
Are we buying Vermont?
You fuck right off this game up. You fuck right off when this game up. Dude, I'm not betting Vermont again.
Clemson's still 9-1, which is tied for second in the conference. They should be up this game. Yeah, 100%. And given the spot for NC State off of Duke, like I know they've lost a lot in a row, but they exerted maximum effort to beat Duke, pull an upset, and they were on the verge of it and just died. So I'm close to betting Clemson. This is a nasty 5.5, but it's a 5.5 I like for once, which is rare. No,
NC State has 7 seniors. 7.
And they still suck.
And most of them all played for the team last year. I mean, you had a Bowling Green transfer and a Georgetown transfer. Most in Louisville, I guess, but most of these teams, I mean, more than half the guys that are seniors stayed at NC State. Dude, I will fucking I'm fading Vermont's bitch ass. That one time I do, they're screwed. But how do you lose to Binghamton? They were never in that game, dude. Never in that game. It's Vermont team. I hate to say it. John Becker's got his worst team in 13 years. I mean, he's been at Vermont since 2012. There has not been a team this bad. They lack talent. This isn't just a dog walk conference anymore. And they're not too young either. They lack talent. I might end up betting Maine, dude. Fuck it.
Me too. They're trying to loop you into or draw you into a buy low spot on Vermont. And guess what? Vermont's done. They're cooked. They don't give a shit. They're so riddled with like injuries and shit that they're just done, dude.
I bet them against Binghamton. It was the worst bet I've ever had.
They got smoked at home to UMBC, lost to Dartmouth on the road, lost to Colgate, lost to Brown, Fairfield on neutral, Iona on the road, Merrimack on the road. Merrimack's a good
also,
team.
when has Maine ever been good in this conference?
This year, they're rattling off wins here. They're finding ways to win on the road at UMass too.
That's what I'm saying. Fucking come up and win that. This is your one time.
Maine can fucking finally beat Vermont, man. They're gonna fucking do it. They're gonna fucking do it.
When's the last time they beat Vermont?
Vermont lost last year.
Maine is 2-32 against Vermont all time.
This is the spot.
The last game they won was 2013.
Guess what? That streak ends tomorrow. Maine +2. I'm gonna take the 2 points just in case they find a way to choke this away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Dude, this is Maine smells blood in the water. They're gonna kill them. Okay, maybe not kill them, but they'll find a way to win. They're gonna win this game. I'll take the 2 points. I love Maine tomorrow. I love Maine.
I think I'm with you.
Let's do it. Double lock. Lane's on the Cocaine Bears. Helms is on Maine. Let's fucking go, boys. Let's fucking get her done. All right. Iowa State's laying 15.5.
What's your thought on this one? I got to get a refill.
All right. So they just lost that brutal game to Arizona on the road. Shout out Caleb Love. You're the GOAT. They've got Kansas on deck on the road. This is a sandwich spot at home. Kansas State's been playing better. 8-point loss at Baylor, 10-point at Kansas, 4-point against Texas Tech. I mean, they got slaughtered by Houston, but everyone does. So, I mean, since the 14th, their last 5 games, they played good. They beat West Virginia, Oklahoma State, but they do hit the road. They haven't won a single road game all year, which I'm not worried about them winning, but they've been playing better. Iowa State does have Kansas, but they are off the loss. I talked on that the pregame show. I think the Kansas State first half, just because Iowa State does kind of let teams hang around for the most part. And then they throttle them the last like 5 to 7 minutes of the game, and they find a way to cover. I know they're going to be pissed off the loss. So, I mean, it's kind of scary taking that first half, but Iowa State's got Kansas on deck. Like, I think they're going to get up for this game, but I don't know if they'll be up enough to like completely blow out Kansas State. Kansas State's been playing better. This total's not incredibly high. I think it'll probably play more to the pace of Kansas State. Like, they're going to make them work on the defensive end. Offense, they're going to use the clock up, try to find a better shot. It's just a matter of actually making the shots, which is the problem. Kansas State can struggle, and it's not like they played a murderer's row competition, but they did beat West Virginia at home. Now they got to hit the road, which I get, but 10-point at the Fog, 8 at Baylor. TCU 1-point loss. Wichita State game, that was whatever, but they do struggle on the road. That's my one concern with this whole thing. So I would lean Kansas State first half, but I don't want to fade Iowa State off a loss. Like, if Iowa State had won, I would definitely take the 15.5 with Kansas on deck, but they're coming off a loss, and a brutal loss at that.
Don't you fade the Hilton Garden Inn. I'll take Iowa State. I think it's fake sharp play of the day here for me. Kansas State is catching a lot of points, but I don't know, man. I think, like you said, coming off a big win. I mean, I know it was Oklahoma State, but with how bad they've played, how much money they've poured into the roster, you got to admit Kansas State's roster money that they've poured into is worse than IU's. I know IU spent more money. But
do you see that 3 Coleman Hawkins hit against Oklahoma State?
Yeah, because I was on that over half of 3. That was fucking awesome.
Was that his only 3 of the game?
He was 1 for 4 the rest of the game.
That was crazy 3.
Dude, that was awesome. I'll take Iowa State here. I see minus 14.5 on FanDuel. So
you don't think you'll catch a better line live? Because I mean, like they have kind of just
I agree with you there. I agree with you there.
I guess we're not picking live lines, we're picking games.
But yeah, I agree with you there. I think this number is daunting. It looks daunting, but you're at home, coming off the walk, and yeah, I think Matt's right. Just don't overthink. It's also Hilton. It's a tough place to play. I do agree with your angle that Kansas State can hang around in the first half, but we've seen Iowa State what they can do in 10 minutes of basketball. They can cover a number with 10 minutes of basketball.
They've covered this number every home game of conference play, and I think, to be honest, Marquette was an 11-point.
Yeah, I was gonna say they.
So they've covered it all but one home game this year. So I don't hate it. I would lean Kansas State first half. I want no part of this game. Absolutely no part of it.
They probably are licking their chops, though. They think they can win at Kansas again, and 2 losses at the Fog there.
Yeah, so maybe my angle's wrong. Maybe they come out hot first half, pissed off, put it on them, and then – but I don't see them just kind of coasting. Otzelberger's not the guy who's just going to –
especially have a loss. Schmedium, Otzelberger.
J. Kim. Yeah, we did talk about that. I think we both
we both like Creighton. Yeah, we took them plus 2.5. So I think the money line's definitely live.
Yep.
I felt like it was kind of a stinky number, but I think they want you to take the Villanova bait. If we're going to bet Villanova, Eric Dixon 3s. That's a pump fake pod special from Mr. Trevor Van and Bosch Jones there himself. So
yeah. To Villanova's credit, it has moved up a half point, but I don't really care. I don't want any part of Villanova spreads, especially after we saw what they did against Georgetown, 9-point lead or whatever, and they just kind of coasted after they were getting whatever they wanted, and they just took their foot off the gas, and Georgetown took advantage. Shout out that plus 300 money line for that.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Jay. Appreciate you.
This is a good point from Toast. Iowa State did score 108 on UCF after the loss, and they came home. But here's the UCF is – I can't get my finger on UCF. Those fucking guys will get up or they just get blown out. But Kansas State's been playing better, but to that point, they're not playing where did this game go? They're not playing like crazy competition. I know they lost by 10 at the Fog. Texas Tech was a 4-point. So, I mean, they've played all right, but the last 3, I mean, Baylor's all right. I like Baylor tomorrow, but I don't think they're like an elite team. West Virginia and Oklahoma State. West Virginia, I feel like West Virginia's running out of gas here after what they've done all year without DeVries. Now they've just kind of hit a gauntlet here. So I kind of like Kansas State, but I want no part of this game. I can't argue an Iowa State side either, to be honest. Maybe an Iowa State team total. Maybe that. Maybe they come out get buckets. Don't hate it. All right, here's your team. Longwood, 3.5 at Charleston Southern.
This line stinks.
It does. I wasn't going to put it on, but I was like, wait a minute. This is only 3.5.
Oh, God. Longwood's not as good on the road. Charleston Southern, though, they're coming back.
Charleston Southern still getting credit for their win at Miami, potentially.
This line stinks. I'm still going to take Longwood, though. Fuck it.
Dude, Miami's 205 in KenPom. When's the last time they were that fucking low?
When's the last time 5 teams in that low? Minnesota last year?
True. Side note, it's really sad seeing all of these mid-majors. 8 games left of the regular season. It's like, fuck. This season's gone by so fucking fast.
Yeah.
It's fucking sad. Pretty soon I'll be betting fucking pitcher wins and outs pretty soon.
Before you start cursing out teams, take a look around you and realize what we got here. That's some Matthew McConaughey shit by me, but fucking take a look around and smell the flowers.
Because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me Longwood. Charleston Southern stinks. We should start flying through these games, though, because there's a lot at 2 o'clock. Unless you got a better angle. Unless you are taking Charleston Southern. I think
no. I mean, Charleston Southern has been kind of mad lately. They did beat Radford, but other than that, they haven't beaten anybody. Worth a note. Longwood off a loss. I get it's on the road, but I'm with you. I kind of like Longwood in this one.
I would just hate the fate.
Drake 5.5 at Southern Illinois. I like Southern Illinois in this one.
Southern Illinois has kind of been hot, haven't they?
Yep. Drake plays really slow. They turn it over. They've got
Southern Illinois defense
on deck.
Stinky though. Their defense sucks.
Yeah, but Drake crazy turnover. They're 312th in the country for turnovers. They've improved a little bit in conference play, but they still turn it over a lot. They do rebound. I'll give them that, but Southern Illinois also a good rebounding team here. Southern Illinois' offense is what I'm scared by, but low total, stinky ass 5.5 line. Drake's been hot. They're kind of due a clunker here. Southern Illinois been good. They've 5 of their last 6. They did lose at home to Murray State by 10, but if there's a spot to get up for, it's Drake and Bradley. And I think they get up and make this a game. I don't think they necessarily win, but 5.5 feels a little excessive. Neither team shoots free throws great. But the 3-point line is where Drake can really kill you. But this 5.5 line stinks so much that I think it's a slow game. They kind of trade buckets. Drake's a little careless with the ball at times. Kind of like Southern Illinois here to kind of keep this momentum going. They're coming in feeling good. Drake just kind of going through the motions. They've been killing people, just winning games. Now they're hitting the road. Kind of stinky.
I would hate to fade Drake.
I don't know. I hate it too, but how many people are going to lay 5.5 with Drake after what they've been doing?
No, I agree with you there. I just think Southern Illinois spent their load just as much too, though. This team was bad, man. And then they just randomly start popping off and win their last 5 of 6.
That's a good one. I actually didn't even watch the Northern Iowa game, so I have no.
Dude,
they were 10 of 16 from 3. They only shot 57% from the line, 12 to 21.
They were dominating.
13 turnovers. Yeah,
I'll pick SIU. We'll see.
He's right. They should have lost that Missouri State game overtime. They pulled it out. He's 100% right.
Is there 6.5 available too? I'm looking at something that says 6.5.
What time's this game?
BetMGM 6.5, 2 p.m. I see BetMGM at 6.5. I'll be honest, I don't have 6.5. I don't have the BetMGM app. But
looking for Drake here.
Yeah, it's 6.5, 5.5.
Where is Drake?
I'll
try to find this fucking
2 p.m.
I know I can't find it on unabated. I was gonna try to find the best line for you, but
it's fine. We'll see if I end up betting this. I bet the line moves anyway towards Drake.
Yeah, it probably does go up tomorrow, to be honest.
All right, we're aligned there. I fucking hate fading Drake though. But Carbondale, come on.
Southern Illinois or nothing for me. Yeah. South Dakota State's at North Dakota. North Dakota off the rivalry game. I believe
South Dakota State.
I got my Dakotas mixed up.
That was a lock battle won by yours truly. Because my dog started barking during South Dakota that game, and that's a rule. When your dog starts barking, you automatically take the dog. I don't care what team it is.
North Dakota's had a week off since that rivalry game against North Dakota State. South Dakota State, they're one behind St. Thomas. They cannot afford to drop these games, like at all. Like they need to keep winning here, and they have St. Thomas on deck. Maybe this is a little bit of a look ahead spot. Maybe a little bit of a look ahead. They got the number 1 team with their fight. They need to get a big win against to.
They already played and scored 100 on this team, 110 almost.
Did they play already? They did, yeah. 109-73. At home. On the road, they beat Kansas City by 165-64. North Dakota State 72-62. At home is where they're fucking putting up the offense. The road is where Their offense struggles. Maybe I kind of like North Dakota here. You got South Dakota State on the road where their offense is clearly taking a step back versus at home. They've got St. Thomas on deck at home. This is their last road game. Maybe they get a little lackadaisical. They win this game, by 3 points, 4 points or something.
I'll take South Dakota State. I'm not going to bet this yet. We'll see what I feel like. This is another.
Kyle's calling for North Dakota money line.
Could definitely happen.
I think it could, but I think once it gets down to it, like they can't afford to lose these games at all. They can't afford to lose these, man. Like they're one game behind St. Thomas. Now, if you're going to lose this game and go to St. Thomas, which I would love South Dakota State against Thomas at home there, but if they lose, they're 2 games back with the season kind of coming down to it. I don't think they lose, but I'm actually probably going to bet North Dakota points here, to be honest.
Dude, South Dakota has to defend their state. This is a big battle. They don't want to merge. They don't want to merge, dude. These states don't want to merge. Yeah, probably after scoring 109 to 73. I'll pick South Dakota State. I don't know if I'm betting them yet. We may be battling on that. What's next?
Army's at American. This game is fucking awesome. Dude, this is a battle. This is a battle for the Patriot.
Americans off the loss, right?
I believe they lost. No, they beat Lafayette. They beat Lafayette. Army is off the. Well, Army played Colgate after the Navy loss.
I thought Lafayette should have won that game, though. I think Lafayette blew that game. They blew like an 8-point lead with like 3 to go.
Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at this win probability chart. It was 81% for Lafayette. About, I don't know, probably the last 5 minutes or so of this game. Yeah, the last 5 minutes or so, they had about an 81% chance to win, and then they blew it. So you're right. Army had one bad shitter against Navy, and then I faded them against Colgate. Huge mistake. They came out ready to play. Did they play at this year? They have not. This will be their first game. Army on the road.
Give me American.
Kind of with you. I think American keeps it going. Army repays the favor at home. But American did just escape death.
Well, guess what America always does? Escapes death. Just less of it. It's the truth. Hey,
this game is fucking sick. Battle for the Patriot League, okay? Respect the troops, Kyle. God damn. Tilo likes American too.
Let's move the fuck on.
Yeah,
I'm going American.
I don't know. I'm gonna be watching this game, but I'm right down American.
Is it a CBS Sports Network game?
That's a good question, actually.
Probably not on a Saturday.
ESPN Plus. ECU's at Temple. Temple's laying 2.5. This line kind of stinks.
This line does stink. I'll take East Carolina here, I think. I don't know. I feel like this Temple team getting a little too much respect. They, after their 3 wins in a row, they did lose to East Carolina on the road. So that's a little alarming. But ECU's kind of been catching fire a little bit. I don't know. I feel like this line's stinky. I'm going to dive into it. I expected Temple to be a 4 to 5 point favorite.
Yeah, it's not like Temple has a look ahead either. It's South Florida. But they are off a double OT war with Charlotte, too. And Charlotte will play physical and give you a game.
Dude, Charlotte is so lazy, though.
Dude, they play respectable defense.
Dude, no. They're like fucking the tallest player is like 6'4" on that team. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm with you. I'll take East Carolina, but don't disrespect Charlotte like that. They covered against Memphis, all right? Few teams can say they've covered against Memphis in conference play.
Yeah, they beat South Florida. That was a good win for us. All right, let's roll through this 2 o'clock.
FSU 5.5 at Boston College. This line stinks.
Does it? I think both teams.
5.5. It's the 5.5 number.
I'd rather talk about American and Army more again than this game.
All right.
Um,
Florida State off of the big Vatek win. Or no, they lost. Oh, no, that's right. That was the one I said. Vatek plus 10. And they won by 10. They cover was never in question.
Dude, Boston College, have you watched them? They're so bad.
I have. I bet Dartmouth plus 17 the game. Dartmouth won outright.
Oh, you did? Okay, I do remember that now. Dude, Boston College is bad. They're bad.
They're very bad.
I will take Florida State. I'm not betting this game, though, dude.
Yeah, I think I'll go with you. Florida State's length and athleticism and size is just going to give fucking Boston College hell. But to Boston College credit, if they're hitting their 3-ball, they're going to win this game outright, no problem.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
We'll leave it at that.
Speaking of Charlotte, at UAB's leading 11.5. Where's
Lay it.
UAB on a lot. Oh no, they played Tulsa after this game.
Charlotte's off 2 overtime. The 2 overtime games.
Wichita State beat them by 9. Tulsa beat them by 6. Lost to FAU by 11. Rice beat them by 13.
Are they looking ahead?
Definitely get blown out.
Monday,
UAB, North Texas potentially.
Charlotte stinks.
Yeah, give me. I'll rate UAB. I'm not gonna bet this one.
I think I'm gonna end up betting UAB or their team.
Charlotte off that double OT game. They already play slow and unathletic enough. Now they're
with that number. UAB's team total will be 79.5, 80.5.
You like that?
Yeah, I'll lay it though instead. But
yeah, Charlotte will run out of gas at some point in the second half.
Totals. Well, ask Matt Reynolds what totals tonight. Actually,
Mr. Matt Reynolds, over under Charlotte UAB 150. Auburn 5.5 at Ole Miss.
I want to hear your.
What do you got on this one? No. I already spoke on this.
Give me Ole Miss plus 5.5.
They're winning this fucking game, dude. They're so live. They are so live in this game.
Come on. Fucking John.
Auburn on the road has not been good.
Johnny Broom's whatever the fuck. John I is dancing his fucking ass off around the cheerleaders. They're on their fucking high horse, man. They got to get off that horse. They haven't lost since December 4th. They're 19-1.
And look at the road games. LSU, that game was closer than 13. That was LSU brought that to within 5 late in the second half, and then it was like an 8 to 10 point game. That was a bullshit cover from Auburn. They goaltended on that.
They lose this game, win against Georgia, win against Florida in the jungle. Jungles, you're not losing that.
They have Oklahoma next.
I meant Oklahoma, then Florida. Sorry. Okay. After the Mississippi, they lose Mississippi, play Oklahoma, play Florida, play Vanderbilt. Those are all wins, even at Vanderbilt, in my opinion. Dude, I like Vandy, but Auburn matches up well against them. I think Vanderbilt on the road. They've got their wins already, Tennessee and Kentucky, but then I think they lose against Alabama at Alabama. So yeah.
Matt says under in that other game.
All right, fuck yeah, Matt.
Kyle says this. It stinks. He's tailing us, but it stinks. Yeah, it stinks if you're an Auburn better. It was 6.5, came down 5.5. Look at Auburn on the road. Snuck it out versus LSU. Georgia, 2-point win. They could have lost on the buzzer. South Carolina, 3-point win. Texas, 5-point win. They went to Duke, lost, whatever. I'll give them that. But other than that, they've played tight games. Don't let that 13-point LSU win fool you. That was a tighter game than that score. Ole Miss needs a win. They've lost 3 of their last 4. Auburn, Kentucky coming up. They need to win one of these 2 games.
If Georgia can cover this number, Ole Miss can cover this number.
Yeah, that environment's gonna be fucking rocking. You heard it for the fucking. Or no, that was Mississippi State. Who was the A&M? The A&M game. I don't know if you watched that. That place was loud. And that was a Wednesday. And you're gonna have a Saturday. What time is this game on Saturday? 1:00. So I mean, yeah, those kids will have a fair amount of pre-gaming in. They'll be loud. They'll be rocking.
Eastern, bro. Ken Palm goes off Eastern time, right? I'm just kidding. Probably where you're located, but let's go Ole Miss. Running Rebels.
I'm putting their money in a money line round robin tomorrow. Ole Miss is live. Here we go. This one's interesting. IU Indy off a 50-point loss. Youngstown off of the 18, 19-point comeback and winning on the buzzer, basically.
What are we doing here, dude?
IU Indy's not as bad as a 50-point loss. That was just a bad game. Youngstown came back, wanted a buzzer on beer night. This is not a beer night angle. I think IU Indy 11.5.
Dude, I'll pick IUPUI 11.5. I'm not fucking betting them anymore.
No, I'm really tempted because it's so gross.
You're out of your mind. You did. How'd that work out for you last game? You're out of your mind.
You know how I roll.
I know.
This same angle here. NJIT just won by 20 over UMass Lowell. Is Bryant going to fuck him up?
That total sucks for Bryant.
It tells me NJIT's not scoring. NJIT just shot lights out. They shot lights out against Lowell. They shot 10 of 22 from 3, 11 of 14 from the line. They only had 3 turnovers. Dude, they're going to get fucked up this game. I'm going to bet Bryant. I'm going to bet him.
All right. Twist my arm.
Dude, we know NJIT's terrible. They just had a day where they couldn't fucking miss, and now regression's a bitch. They're going to fucking lose by like 20.
All right. I like
Joe's at Loyola Chicago.
Say Joe's at Loyola? Oh,
yeah.
I do not like Drew Valentine. This is national.
Kerms is saying IU Indy outright. I'm betting IU Indy plus 11.5. The money line would be crazy.
We'll see.
Maybe I'll throw them in that money line round robin too. Why not? It's a good spot.
We'll see if I bet it. I do like. I will. That's a lot of points.
Yes, after you just got shellacked.
I kind of want to take Loyola Chicago here. I don't like St. Joe's on the road. I hate this Loyola Chicago team. I've really stayed away from them this entire year, betting wise. I don't trust them. But coming back home, you got Sister Jean. I kind of like Loyola Chicago.
St. Joe's is 1-5 on the road. 1-5 on the road. They beat Davidson by 17. Otherwise, lost to Dayton. Lost to Duquesne in overtime.
I'm just going to take the money line here, though. I think this is a 2 to 4 point game. It'll be sketchy, but I'll take the money line here for Loyola.
And ever since Loyola got their guys back after injury, they've alternated wins and losses. They lost last game.
Disrespect Sister Jean, though. I mean,
it's true. Yeah, it is at home, Sister Jean. They win at home. They lost to VCU, which whatever, but that was their only home loss of the year. St. Joe, I can't get a pulse on St. Joe's. They're the A10 Butler for me, but I did hit on Butler tonight, so maybe this hits. I'll take Loyola with you. Loyola money line.
All right, that goes, please.
All right, this line fucking reeks. Northwestern was feisty as hell at home.
You take it away. I already need a refill. We're barely through the 2 o'clock tonight.
Fair.
Take it away, Wisconsin expert. Although Maryland was so fucking easy.
Fucking easy. My ass. That was lucky.
So fucking easy. It was easy
that was fucking lucky. I don't want to hear it. Northwestern, they're feisty at home, man. Like they give you a fight. Wisconsin. I mean, Wisconsin's a fucking wagon. We already know that, but they've struggled on these road games lately. You lost to UCLA, second game of that West Coast trip, then had to come home and then go to Maryland. Now they're flying back and they're going to Chicago there. Northwestern off of back-to-back losses here. I believe they did lose to Michigan State at home. So Rutgers, Michigan State beat them at home. This line stinks. Fucking stinks bad. I hate it. I hate it. Northwestern did get knocked out of the Big Ten tourney right away because they lost to Wisconsin last year. They lost on the road. They did they? That was the only time they played Wisconsin last year.
You expect Wisconsin to lay more points on the road?
Yeah, they're good. They're disrespected. You're making me want to take Wisconsin out, but this line stinks. They're a good fucking team. Stop acting like they're a bad team. Come on.
No, I'm just saying let's I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you think that they should lay 5 on the road?
I'm not saying 5, but like a 3.5, 4.
So 1.5 gets you going versus a 2.
The 2, it was 1.5, so it is moving up a little bit. But
They're laying points on the road.
I know, but 1 bucket. That's.
I also
Chris Collins.
Doug Collins is Chris Collins, Doug Collins' brother, but Chris Collins is probably one of my favorite coaches in the Big Ten. I'll be honest with you. I think he's cool, and I may have a little birdie that I know through my dad's friend that has been on the Big Ten network for quite some time. I hear Chris Collins is one of the coolest, and I like Chris Collins a lot. I think he coaches with what he's got. He's coached with what he's got for a while. I know he had Boo Buie for a while, but he's worked with the talent he's got. But I'll tell you what, Martinelli and Brooks Barnheiser ain't nothing to write home about. Give me Wisconsin on the money line without a doubt. Winning on the road. I'm gonna live bet this. There's no way they don't get the plus money at some point with that spread. I'm live.
So you're gonna double up. If you're gonna do that, why wouldn't you just wait for a live line better? And
that's what I'm saying. That's what I meant. I'll take Wisconsin. I'm with you on Wisconsin, but I'm gonna go for a live angle on this one versus a.
All right.
I don't want to take minus. I don't want to take minus 140, 145. I'll try to find a better live angle, but I think this game's close throughout the entire game. Just right on the number. I don't feel as confident laying points.
I just hate how feisty Northwestern is, and given this line, it kind of.
I don't know if it necessarily stinks though. I think it's a great line. Great line for a.
This is a good point by Kyle.
Northwestern team always plays good.
This is a good point. Like they do have sketchy lines. Like they were catching points at USC too. They blew them out. Yeah. What did they covered against USC again, catching like 5. Like I think the market just doesn't think they're a good team, but they've shown that they're a good team. Like let's not act like they're a bad team like at all. They're good.
Maryland
lost at Maryland, lost at UCLA.
Maryland
their losses are on the road though, other than that Michigan game. But Marquette, Illinois,
they
UCLA,
did this in California. They did this in California. They won one, lost one. They lost one already on the road. It's not on the road. Fucking, it's an hour drive or less.
Yeah, from it. Probably about hour and a half at most.
Hour with traffic more.
Yeah. All right, dude, I'm with it. All right, let's go Bucky up.
I will fucking hammer Wisconsin against IU in the Kohl Center on Tuesday. Oh my.
Oh yeah.
But hey.
Oh yeah.
Hoosiers tonight though.
Whatever.
Let's move on.
Lucky. UMass Duquesne. UMass blew that. I mean, they were down 18. They came back. All right. Well, here you go. Here's your Monmouth team.
I'm just kidding. Unless you have a bet for Duquesne, I don't.
No, I debated.
I hate those are my two least favorite teams in the A10. I like betting the A10, but
UMass has been good lately. Minus that Rhode Island game, they won 3 straight. They had a chance to cover or force overtime against Rhode Island, and then blew it. No, back-to-back road games. Duquesne's lost 3 straight. Dayton, Fordham, St. Joe's. Is this a game they get right, or is this a game UMass continues to start playing better?
I'll pick UMass. I'm not betting this, though. No chance.
I'm with you. I liked UMass.
Every time I bet against fucking Drew Joyce and Duquesne, they always win. So I'm not betting this against them.
Fair.
I lay points at they score 30. They're like Hofstra.
Tell me about your Monmouth team.
All right. I have been sharp about picking Monmouth. I picked them. I like them as a dog. I like them as a dog, though, versus laying points. Delaware just off a tough loss against Towson. They just played a physical team like Towson. I don't like this Delaware team either. I think Monmouth is. People will say, they just got a big win. They're off a double overtime win, though. They just scored 104. Both teams don't really play defense, though. I think this is a Delaware spot, unfortunately.
Yeah. Hey, you're the guy. I haven't been able to figure it out, Monmouth. So if you think Delaware, then it's Delaware.
I love Monmouth, but they got they'll win at Hampton next Thursday, or they'll win at home against Hampton. Probably lose against Towson at home, but I don't know. I feel like that's just weird. This Delaware team, though, they'll be like up like 20 points, and then they'll lose by like 20. They're the most insane team in the world.
They've been known to do that.
But I like Delaware's offense. Both defenses are atrocious. This game, I think, would fly over. Delaware is played there like Houston in that conference. Towson is similar to Houston. I mean, and it's in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll take Delaware here. I think this Monmouth team, I like them better as a dog. I like them when they're catching 5 to 6 points. Give me Delaware money line on the road.
All right, here we go. Do we back Western? Do we back Middle 10 on a bounce
This
back
is
at
a
home?
fucking lock. Yes.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, they looked horrible. Who they New Mexico State. They looked horrible against New Mexico. Did you see that? That gym was empty. There was like 50 people there. Made no sense.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you act like New Mexico State should be in your fucking conference. What a joke. Come on. Put New Mexico State back in the WAC, or fucking put them in the Mountain West with New Mexico. This is so stupid. And now they play UTEP. Like, okay, these have distinction against each other. They've played against each other. You know, I love this UTEP team. I've been riding UTEP all season. I think they're a great team. I like them on the road, especially at home, obviously. They've done their 2 road trips where they won against Liberty and then they won against FIU. They beat New Mexico State next Saturday off a week rest and traveling back home out west. And UTEP gets right. But I'm going to lock Middle Tennessee off a loss at home here. They haven't lost at home all year outside of Murray State, which is a rivalry game, and New Mexico State, where they kind of came back and almost made it a game and took it to overtime. So, yeah, give me MTSU here. Let's go Blue Raiders from Murfreesboro. A great exit if you're driving ever south through Florida or going somewhere down south. Murfreesboro, it's a good exit. Good exit of food when you're driving. You with me?
Yep, 100%. I know you're the UTEP guy, but I liked Middle Tennessee to bounce back at home.
Yeah,
and this is a known conference opponent, so I expect, especially on a Saturday, people are gonna show up and support the team.
Yeah, I mean, and I just think too, like UTEP, they just won 2 road wins as well. Come on, MTSU, if you lose 2 at home, come on.
If they lose this game, I'm out on them at home this year. I'm not betting them again at home.
I might not. They'll become my Butler as well too.
New Mexico State's at Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky's laying 3. What do you got, Mr. Kentucky?
New Mexico State just won at MTSU, right?
Yes, sir, they did.
I feel like we should bet Western. If you like Western Kentucky, bet them now, because this line will be 4-5 by tip. I think everyone's going to bet Western Kentucky. That's the only thing that scares me. But come on, you got to defend the land, dude. I wanted to go to this, not this game, but I wanted to go to Western Kentucky to see a basketball game. It's not too far from me. But New Mexico just blew their load. I mean, they just spent all their money that they could winning a game. I normally take the slower paced team with better defense in this situation, but I don't know if Western Kentucky or if New Mexico State is the better defense. They definitely are at defending shots, but I don't think New Mexico State can do this twice in a row. So yeah, I will take Western Kentucky on the spread.
That was my angle. I mean, Western Kentucky good at home, but essentially they're saying neutral. This is a pick'em game. I think Western Kentucky is far better than New Mexico State. I mean, New Mexico State's biggest win is, you could argue, it's Middle 10 or La Tech, one of the two. One of those. But I mean, Western Kentucky's played good ball all year. They've beaten Liberty. Lipscomb. They did. Who was the other big win they had? Murray State. That was the other one. I mean, they've got three respectable wins here. I think 3 is good. I would have, if it was -2.5, I would have taken it. I'm curious to see what this line is. If people are going to buy into New Mexico State after a Middle Tennessee win, or are you going to back Western Kentucky to win 3 straight at home again now? I'm going to write down Western Kentucky, but I'm going to see what this is. I'm going to hope people buy into New Mexico State a little bit.
I mean, I see -2.5 for -120. I mean, I'll take
the
shit.
I do have 2.5. All right, I'm going to bet it. I have -2.5 here on
yeah, me too. Let's go. I mean, I don't mind the push either. It's available.
No, but I like to win more.
I don't really have -3 though available. It's either a half point or nothing for me. All
right. Next, we'll skip some of these lower mid majors. We can touch on them tomorrow.
We can come back.
Games,
Yeah.
but, Utah at Oklahoma State. This total with the Utah Oklahoma State game at 148. I know that's not a ton of points, but for a Oklahoma State team, does that not feel like a lot of points? 57, 54. They scored 78 against Arizona. Arizona plays with a lot of pace. 83 against Colorado, who sucks, but 69, 62, 50, 47, 79 against Kansas State. They have Houston on deck, too.
It's a Steve Lutz team, man. They fucking run fast.
Is this
a high State?
God, I hate this fucking team, but I hate that I agree with you. I hate Utah so much more. Utah sucks. Is this a high total because Oklahoma State will be able to score in this defense and win this game, or is it a high total because Utah is just gonna have a random game where they just catch fire? I mean, they put up 83 on Oklahoma. That could be why this total is high too. It was 83-62 last game. That was a 145, but 148 still feels excessive. Like that was at home in Utah. They shot 24 free throws. Neither team shot great from 3, but they shot a combined 48 free throws. They shot 61%, 62% inside the arc. Utah did. 62%.
Yeah, Utah stinks. They're fucking fraudulent. They're
Oklahoma State stinks.
Even when they're up big, they blow leads. They never do this. Oklahoma State ain't looking towards Houston because they're fucking trying to keep it in the back of their mind. They don't want to even think about it. So, yeah, give me Oklahoma State on the money line here.
I kind of like toast here too with this, the under. The under, but I hate totals. Especially this one feels like such an obvious under too, that if I bet it, it's gonna be like another 82 to 75 game.
Yeah.
Something. But I'm with you. Something's telling me to bet Oklahoma State, but I fucking hate Oklahoma State. They're so bad. Like, I can already see what's going to happen is it'll be 13-8, 9 minutes into this game. And it's going to be like, it's just going to hurt to watch because you're like, well, a 5-point lead may be insurmountable for this Oklahoma State team because their fucking offense is inept. Like, it's terrible. The one thing they have going for them, they force turnovers. Utah turns it over a ton too. Defensive rebounding, number 1 in the conference too, which is over Houston too. So like they just gang rebound. They don't give you extra possessions. So I mean, all this lines up for an under, like Toast is saying.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna write Oklahoma State. Come
on.
I'm gonna write it, but I don't like it. I don't know if I'll bet this
that one guy with the tats pisses me off. That Utah team.
Here we go. Here's a lock. Guess the lock.
VM. Oh my god. Give me VMI.
What are we doing? Why? I mean, I know it's a small amount of points, but it's VMI laying points. You also have to ask that. But they lost at home to UNCG by 3. Otherwise, they've won 4 of their last 5. beat Western Carolina by 16 at home. VMI shot 38% inside the arc, 10 of 30 from three. They did go 20 of 21 from the free throw line. So, I mean, they shot lights out from the free throw line. I'll give them that. But, I mean, they still shoot 75% in general. They get to the line. VMI fouls a lot. Or Western Carolina fouls a lot. VMI doesn't. VMI can't shoot. We got to lay it with VMI here. The Cadets are playing fucking damn good ball.
I think I'm with you. And Western Carolina's an auto. You know, I've been fading Western Carolina just blindly.
Yeah, this might be the grossest game of the day, but
I'm gonna buy
if VMI loses to Western Carolina, so be it. But they've been playing so fucking good. And the fact that they held UNCG to a 3-point game too just kind of speaks volumes to how good this fucking team is playing right now.
I'm buying the juice on this money line, minus 130.
That's probably the smart decision, to be honest. It's minus 130. That's it.
Yeah. Well, it's minus 2.5. So you may be able to find minus 125 some places, but on my book,
I got money line's not up on Bovada yet. Go fucking figure out to check the other one, but
figure those fucking frauds. They'll put
Western Carolina's
EMI minus 140 and then Western Carolina at like minus 115. They're so frauds.
Yeah. Although Western Carolina is a juice 2.5, so it might pop down to 2. So let's hope people are fading VMI laying points, but
it is a stinky
line.
Not
sure what these. It sucks to laying points, but you got to look on the other side. It's Western Carolina.
Yeah.
Vandy at Oklahoma. Vandy's ranked, catching points. I believe they're ranked. Actually, let me double check.
Yeah, the stupid AP poll. It doesn't matter. Fucking.
Aren't they ranked in general? They've got wins over Kentucky and Tennessee. Yeah, they're 24th.
Yeah, they're like 24. Fringe top 25. The AP poll is pointless now.
No, it's just a bunch of old fucks that don't watch the games. They just look at the box.
I fucking hate betting Oklahoma, but I think we have to bet Oklahoma here.
I hate that I agree with you.
Dude, Porter Moser, I'm not a fan of, to be honest, as much as I thought I was.
He's terrible. Especially, like, he's good until they start SEC. And then
concerned. He's always, like, on the sidelines, like, what the hell? He's like, He's, like, always, like, looking concerned almost.
He took an extra Adderall or ripped a fucking fat line before the game. Toasty likes the Sooners here. I mean, I'm rating the team freshly ranked.
Yeah, freshly ranked. They've 2 out of the 3 games they played are big, and they were somewhat competitive in Alabama. No, not really. They couldn't defend a shit. I'm with. Let's lock up these Sooners, and I think this could be my last time betting them as well too if they don't win this.
Yeah, but I'm so scarred from fucking betting Oklahoma. I can't get that fucking A&M game out of my A&M. I can't get that game out of my head. I can't get it out of my head, man.
Yeah, don't. Let's move
on.
But
I said this earlier to Kyle when he said that pick was disgusting. I was like, the more gross it is, the better bet it is. You like it, it's probably ass. Yeah. This is so disgusting that it's probably everyone's gonna lay Vanderbilt.
I don't know. Oklahoma at home, people might bet that.
Fierce points. I like that. Matt, we don't have a Discord or anything. Maybe we'll get one going eventually, but not in the cards right now. If you follow us on Twitter, I sit on Twitter all fucking day on Saturday. I sit on my couch. I got my computer, Twitter up, the whole shebang. You'll see plenty of tweets of me bitching about fucking team blowing lead 5 minutes into the game.
You ever played Grand Theft Auto 4, which is, I mean, how could you not? It's 10 years of it, one more. Trevor is like Lester, the nerd guy with all the computer screens. He's like, yeah, look at this. He got fucking minus 4.5 here. He's all like tweaking about. He's in the middle of the day with every screen. It's amazing. You got to check out his setup.
Well, I got the quad box in the middle, the 2 outside TVs. I can put my laptop up there and my phone. I can have 8 games going at once. It's pretty sick.
It is nice. I can get 8 if I bring out another TV. 8 to 10 if I want to, but. Yep. The wife moved TV 2 back in the bedroom. I don't blame her. I don't mind it. So like last Saturday, I was like going in and out of my living room into the bedroom to see.
Don't you have 3 monitors by you?
Yeah, I got Yeah, but these are computer monitors. It's a little different. So I still
when I have to work on a Saturday, I pull up Stream East and I just make it different like browsers, and I put 4 on the monitor at work. So it's like 7-inch screens, but I'm watching 4 games and my phone, so I'm watching 5
these are
games.
all 2 other than one monitor, which goes for my video games, which I won't do Stream East on my console, but these are work computers. If I did Stream East on my work computers, I'm catching a case for sure. You're gonna get I'll be on a Zoom meeting, you'll be like Jerkmate or something, whatever the fuck.
That shit's not funny. It's not my fault. I'm deprived.
He has to mute me, and I still am behind. On YouTube TV, but it's hilarious when it's a close game, and that fucking Arizona game where I saw the half court shot probably 30 seconds before you did.
I was doing Kyle's show at midnight for the Arizona game.
Oh yeah, you weren't there for it.
Yep. I did see you rip your shirt off and lose your shit. That was funny, but
yeah,
we were there and we were talking about it. I was like, give it to Caleb Love, let him turn into March Magic. He hits it. Kyle freaks out. I'm like, no way that happened. And then Toast freaks out. I'm the last motherfucker to see it. As they're freaking out, he's inbounding the ball before it. I don't know how I'm so far behind. It makes no sense. It sucks. I'm always the last of the party.
So you got with the Stream East shit. What's up, Danny? Dumb shit. Shout him out.
We're not discriminating against Big East. I don't think I've skipped the Big East game.
Yeah,
I don't think I've skipped the Big East game.
Yeah, we haven't skipped it. I don't think we have skipped either. We did skip.
I think they're playing a lot late in the day.
We did skip my Queens. We're just going through the times. We do have a Big Ten game here at 3:30.
Big East Conference.
Michigan's laying 4.5 against Rutgers.
Yeah, Marquette plays late. We're getting to them, Kyle. Don't worry. I love the Big East. That's one of my better conferences this year. I'm not trust me, I'm not going to forget the Big East.
We've talked Creighton, the Creighton game, and Providence, St. John's.
Yeah, and those are all early too. Yeah, why is there not more? That's criminal. He's waiting for his DePaul talk. His DePaul Blue Demons.
Oh gosh. Dude. We probably got another hour and a half at least. I'll try to get it going. I've been talking about these. We do gotta start hustling, or I'm gonna.
Well, this is why we start at 9 on a fucking Friday.
Yeah, we normally start on 9 on Fridays, but we had some obligations.
This game I've been torn on because I think Rutgers is a play. I think people are buying too much into Dylan Harper potentially not playing, and even if he does, there's Ace Bailey. I know Rutgers is a little undersized, potentially to hang with both Biggs and Wolf and Golden, but the turnovers are ridiculous. Rutgers doesn't force them, but Michigan just gives them to you. Like they're terrible. They turn it over so goddamn much. It's disgusting. I know Rutgers just won an away game at Northwestern, but Michigan has been dropping these away games. Purdue, I'll give them that, but that was a bad spot for them against Purdue. Purdue off the loss. Minnesota lost in overtime. UCLA and USC, they smoked, I guess. Props. Wisconsin, 3-point win. So, I mean, I guess they've been better on the road than I thought. They've been playing a lot more home games. Some of these home games, Penn State, Northwestern were tight games. So the last 4 actually have been really tight, minus the Purdue game. I don't know why I thought they were getting blown out on the road, but I kind of like Rutgers here in the rack. This is at the rack, actually, not fucking wherever. Turnovers, but my issue is just the size for Rutgers to be able to contend with 2 7-footers. Like that's the problem I'm worried about. But Danny Wolf, he's a turnover machine. I used to love betting his assists, and he can't hang on to the ball.
I needed to be talked into Michigan. I liked Michigan. I wrote Michigan down already. But I will just pick Michigan here. I don't think I'm betting them.
Yeah, I can see both happening. I can see Michigan not struggling because Rutgers struggles to play defense, but I can also see Rutgers getting up in the rack against a turnover prone offense that just is going to give away free buckets and transition points potentially. I can see both. I'll pick Rutgers, no bet in this one.
All right, pick battle. We're sparring.
The Rutgers totals are so high this year because they sacrificed defense for offense. They got Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey. Neither of those guys play defense. And Amurier left for Alabama too. So, yeah, this is the other thing is Harper. Even if Harper doesn't play, I think Bailey's still going to have a good game. Michigan defense is good, but it's not like an elite unit. And Rutgers doesn't turn it over, but you can factor some of that non-turnover due to Dylan Harper because he's so damn good. So I can see it going both ways. I'm going to lay off this game. But Rutgers if I had to pick a side. Louisville at Georgia Tech.
Lay it.
Louisville's been polarizing to people, but I'm like, I think they're getting disrespected. Like, this is a big number, but they've been blowing teams out, and they're still laying single digits. Like, the one time they didn't cover was UVA 15.5. They won by 15.
Yeah, lay it. Georgia
and
Tech.
They play so slow.
I hate Georgia Tech. I'm not buying into the soup. No soup for you. This line will be 10 tomorrow. Guaranteed. If it's not and all the money's on Louisville, I'll be scared, but
all the money's always on Louisville.
I'm not betting on Louisville. I'm not betting against Louisville. I mean,
no, they're a wagon, especially against a bottom feeder like Georgia Tech. Who do they have on deck? Even if they have someone on deck, I don't think Louisville's really looking
for. I don't give a fuck who they have on deck. Are you talking about
They have Boston College, so no big deal. Yeah, Louisville, lay it.
Dude, they might be looking ahead to Boston College.
That's true. Comment. We're in the midst of the 100%. We're in the midst of the Pat Kelsey fuck you tour. Yeah. He's got something to prove too.
And he's coach of the year, without a doubt.
Yeah. They once who was the USF guy that got hurt? What was his name?
Kaseen Pryor.
Yeah. Once Pryor got hurt, they struggled a little bit, but once they figured it out, they're fucking rolling.
Yes, I bet Chucky Hepburn, when he leaves that shitty ass Wisconsin school, he gets so much better.
Hey, it was mutual for both. All right, we're doing fantastic without him. I'm not worried about it. And actually a lot of our success can be given to the fact that AJ Stewart's the fuck out of here. That dude's a bum. Always has the ball in his hand.
How about you make your fucking free throws in Kansas, AJ Stewart? All right.
DeJuan Harris is the main villain in that one. That fucking guy.
What a pussy.
I'm curious to your thoughts. BYU UCF.
Dude, I thought this line would be a little more UCF. I'll take UCF here. I mean, tough home environment. BYU's definitely came together and shot well. They just played OT though. Now you're going to Florida. You're like, oh God, this weather's not bad over here. I hate pick. I love picking BYU. I don't like the school, but home game at Arizona, we will be betting them on the Monday night show without a doubt. Going back home.
Who's got the home game against Arizona?
BYU.
BYU does, okay.
We'll be betting them. UCF just played their hearts out. Dominated TCU at home. I like UCF here, man. Plus 1.5. UCF's defense is a little porous. Three-point defense kind of scares me a little bit, but I think shooting in the bounce house will be harder than people think.
I like BYU because UCF, their main defensive struggle, 3-point shots.
Yeah, and that I know.
I mean, they struggle interior wise too, and they're going to give up size inside. But UCF does turn it over less. UCF or BYU is a turnover prone team. They're not as good on the road, but they're shooting lights out from three. And UCF is one of the worst 3-point defenses in the conference here. I mean, they're giving up the most 3-point attempts in the conference. But to their credit. I'm sorry, I'm reading this wrong. They really limit you from 3. Oh, I did read this wrong, so maybe I'm different here. But that was the other angle. UCF just played their hearts out at Kansas to get that win. They just played their hearts out in a revenge spot after they got shellacked at home to this team. Now you got BYU comes in who plays a little fast tempo. They like to shoot the 3, run and gun. I think they might be in a little bit of trouble, to be honest. Because UCF is going to shoot, BYU is going to shoot their 3s anyway. It doesn't matter if they're going to find a way to get their threes off. They're not going to live inside. And if they are, they'll be fine, but they're going to find a way to get the threes off.
Yeah, fucking UCF at home. You're cooked, buddy. You're cooked.
Here's the other thing. BYU fouls a ton. UCF shoots elite at free throws. BYU doesn't.
Home team. That's all I need to say.
I like BYU, but I just can't
Fucking
get there. I can't get there.
All right. Well, I'm taking UCF, so
I'll take BYU. No bets. I've been staring at it. I just never been able to fully get there. All right, this is gross, but I'm a little curious. UCF just get it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he likes BYU. Toast likes UCF. So it's torn.
It's a 1-point game.
The other is the free throw shit. The free throws matter in college.
On a short spread, they do.
Yeah, 100%. But either this is a tight game or it's an absolute blowout one way or the other. These one spreads are never like a 6-7 point win. It's always like 1 or 2 or like 20.
Let's all give Trevor a round of applause. He is a sick fuck for putting this game on here.
I'm just curious. Are we getting this is a low total? Virginia's laying 4. Are we getting a little respect for them winning on the road? It's Miami, but
I'm picking Virginia Tech. I am not betting them. I agree with you. I think they just shot their lights away. It's a rivalry game. It sucks that it is in Charlottesville, but I think everyone's out on Virginia Tech, but I think everyone's out on Virginia fandom wise as well. So I will stick with my rivalry spreads. Give me Virginia Tech plus 4.5. No bet.
I'm kind of with you.
I'm not betting this. So
I'm kind of with you. Vatek plus 4. They both play ridiculously slow. Free throws favor Virginia, but the offense in general, Virginia is just rough. And you're right. They shot lights out against fucking Miami, which everybody does. Vatek may not score 45, 100%. UVA may not score 45. This may be one of those games where it's like 47-40, like 2 or something. They easily could be under 100 points and nobody would be shocked. Irvine off a loss? Yeah. Or no, they won. They pulled it off in overtime.
Plus 400 live money line.
That's right. I was so set in my ways that they were gonna fucking just lose that game. I was hoping.
Shout out to Juice. I tried to go. He got a sharp ass line. I tried to go bet it, and it was like minus 120. I was like, I've already had too many bets, and we were already on UC Irvine, so I didn't bet it. But dude, yeah. I mean, come on. What's Davis's team total here too? I think it's going to be at that line. It'll be like 50. It'll be like 58 with that line. 134.5 lane 12. It'll be like 58.5.
Well, you like that under?
Yeah, I think UC Irvine drills them. I'm pretty sure. I think people are betting Davis. They've been playing good. They got Ty Johnson. They're kind of public a little bit. Oh, it's 60. It's 62.5. I'll take UC Irvine. I'm taking UC Irvine.
Yeah, dude, I'm addicted. Like I gave this game out. I made Kyle put it on his fucking midnight stream because I loved Irvine against Long Beach State. I loved it. That could not have been more wrong on my behalf. That was disgusting what they did. I think they bounced back because they just had a scare. They had a legitimate scare. Now they're kind of realizing you can't dick around with these teams. UC Davis is respectable, but 12.5 feels like it's telling you they're going to fuck them up, especially at home. Irvine, no bet for me. I'm scared from this team. I want to see them bounce back before I invest in them again. Georgia heads to Bama. Bama's laying 12.5. No, we're getting Georgia on the road. Georgia on the road has not been incredibly sharp this year.
Lay it easy. Georgia's overrated. Not even rated.
Tennessee beat them by 18, and Tennessee
Mike
scored
White is so overrated. He's the most overrated coach. I know it's a hot take. Might be a hot take. I think he's the most overrated coach.
They've been terrible on the road. Who does Bama have on deck? Arkansas. Yeah. Lay it. Bama rolls. I mean, like just Georgia on the road is just not good. The same team at home. Florida beat them by 30. They blew that 17-point lead against Arkansas too. Arkansas of all teams, who we'll talk about later. Can't wait. 18-point loss to Tennessee. Ole Miss beat them by 12. They've struggled on the road.
Georgia's defense does scare me, but they haven't been performing as well in conference play. So yeah,
On the road, they're not the same team.
Yeah. All
right. This one's just I'm putting on here because of a ridiculous spread. Boise's laying 19.5 against Fresno.
Yeah, because Fresno fucking sucks.
Yeah, but 19.5.
You want to bet Fresno? Are you betting Fresno
at 20 points, 19 points?
You're betting Fresno?
Boise's got UNLV on the road on deck. Oh. All right, I'll lay off, but 19.5 is so tempting. Maybe that's why it's the wrong side, because it's so tempting.
If you feel an edge on it, take it, brother. But I am not.
No, I don't feel an edge, but I just feel like it's maybe a little bit of an edge because Boise, maybe they're getting a little bit of respect. Like I think they can win by 14, 15.
What time does this game start?
This game starts at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock your time. So yeah, it's a weird start time for a Mountain West game.
I'll pick Boise.
All right, here's a
bet Fresno State. They're so bad. They just won too, didn't they?
No, I don't think Fresno's won yet.
Or they competed.
They lost to Air Force, remember?
Yeah, because Air Force is much better.
Yeah.
Lock.
Taylor, what do you got?
Bears. Come on. Unranked. Kansas is so fraudulent. I know they may get up for this game because Bill Self is at the helm of that team. I know he's kind of a roster junkie, but he's a good coach. He's not a Calipari for the most part. He's a good coach. He knows how to get guys up. But I just think this home crowd, I know Baylor's a little short-staffed with their team. They don't have a full team, which kind of scares me. And at least for Kansas's credit, they have depth. They have much more depth than Baylor. This is the home crowd. He just lost against BYU on the road. It does scare me. They're coming home from a Utah road trip, and Kansas is going to come out just playing pissed off. But I don't trust Kansas's defense here and Baylor's physicality. This is going to be a fun-ass game. I'll take Baylor on the money line or whatever, -1.5, -2.
I'm on Baylor money line.
So we're on the same thing.
Write this down. Yeah. This is Kansas has been very vulnerable, and their vulnerability spot's been at home. Now you're going to hit the road. This is another one. I like VJ Edgecombe points. He's been going off lately.
I like that.
And Kansas's defense is looks
very
scary.
They're not. This is not scary that they can get up for this game though.
Kansas. Baylor's going to be up for this game. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm with you. I'm on Baylor. I'm with you, but it does scare me that Kansas could come out playing like with a little vinegar in their piss. You know?
Maybe, but I think
that place gonna be rocking. Come on, I'm sticking with home angles this time.
Yeah, I mean, like teams are getting used to like these road crowds, but Kansas has been at home. They've been a little suspect too, and as at home, they're going to hit the road. Oh, they're coming out of Wyoming and OT, Fresno State. Forgot about that. Mad, Boise shouldn't be 20. Yeah, I agree. That's kind of why I liked it. But I'm also like, is the 19.5 just so appeasing for everybody that it's just a trap line? Like it's just so ridiculous that they win by like 40. Would you be surprised if Boise won by 40? No.
Fresno sucks.
Yeah, Baylor here. Then we all smash Kansas against Iowa State Monday night. I don't hate it.
Oh yeah, it's 100%. I like it.
Don't hate it.
All right. What's next?
I'm worried about Kansas come with some little vinegar in their piss.
They might. It is. Yeah, they could. They definitely could. Someone pissed in their Cheerios.
5.5 at USC. I got to piss, but I'll say this. This feels like a 5.5 line. Don't get trapped by. Michigan State's rolling everybody.
Yeah,
They're rolling everybody. And what did Wisconsin do when they went there in the first trip? I didn't like it, and people faded Wisconsin given the first trip. I think they're fine. I think Michigan State gets it done. I think they win probably by 8 or 9 at least. I think the USC game is the one that'll give them more trouble with the size that UCLA carries. But I got to piss. I'll be right back.
gosh, I can't stand betting USC, but I'm gonna have to agree with you here and take the USC plus 5.5. I have not faded Michigan State pretty much all season. Had them against Rutgers, had them against Minnesota, Illinois. They didn't cover, but they won. I like this Michigan State team. It's Tom Izzo, man, playing with what he got, but I don't think Musselman's any joke either, coach-wise. Good coaching here. USC definitely doesn't have the talent as compared to Michigan State, but I think they could be a little physical with Michigan State, push them around just a tad bit. Man, I just hate fading Michigan State. If I'm buying into this, it's whatever. But you're coming out west, first game, but then like Stooley said, get up for UCLA. So yeah, I'm gonna lock up the University of Spoiled Children at plus 5.5.
Trust me, we will not make you bet USC here. Michigan State's just been really good, man. Like they have the size, the athleticism, and we saw what USC did. Like their game is not physicality; it's more like finesse, just up and down, shoot. USC is the team that or UCLA is the team that I worry about for Michigan State on this trip, personally, just because they can bang with them and something that Michigan State hasn't seen in a minute, or in a minute. Like they've seen it this year, but it's been a while since they've had to play a physical game. So I think UCLA is the one that potentially gets them.
Yeah, it's Izzo, but it's also Musselman. So wait, Princeton plays tomorrow too?
Who?
Ivy League's doubling up like Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, I thought they would play Sunday. That would make sense because then you get more eyes on it. But no, they're going to play Saturday with all these other games. Makes no sense. All right, Mr. Grad. It's Buffalo.
Dude, I am not betting Ball State again, but
it's Buffalo.
They win these games. They play better on the road, and the toughest arena in the United States of America, Worthen Arena. I'll take Ball State. Fuck it. Very strong.
Buffalo's the ATM, man.
Dude.
They're coming off a win. The last time they came off a win, they played Akron. I'm not comparing Akron to Ball State, but they lost by 32 at home.
Give me Ball State money line. Chirp, chirp. Fucking put it on for Muncie, Indiana. Come on.
I'm with you. I have to bet this.
I do not live in Muncie, by the way, Z. Paulson. I don't live in Muncie. Shithole.
Z. Paulson. See you here tonight?
No, I'm just fucking.
I was going to say, I haven't seen him yet. Buffalo ATM team. FIU, Kennesaw. We can move on, but Kennesaw bounced back after the home loss to Liberty. Home loss.
We can run through these games. Yeah, I'll take Kennesaw off the loss. I like this team at home. I think they're a good team, and also it's not a horrible travel spot for FIU, but they just got the road. They didn't win, but they should have damn near won against Jacksonville State. They were eating too much barbecue in Alabama, so yeah, give me Kennesaw. And I love Kennesaw. Great school. Great school.
That environment's lit. And they just struggled to make shots outside of Woolley the other night too, and it came back to bite them. So I like the bounce back here for Kennesaw too. FIU on the road too. Fade. Texas is laying one. Okay, no, this is the game I got a bunch of grief for on Kyle's show, but I want to hear what you got to say about it.
You got a ton of grief for this game?
Yeah. Yep.
Because you like.
Well, Kyle gave me grief about it. No, I don't know. What do you got?
Dude, I'm not gonna bet this. Let me come up with something though. I gotta look up to see what these teams.
All right, I like Texas. They beat up on the little people. LSU offered the max effort game against Auburn, in which they were in late, had chances. They blew it. Would they have won? Probably not. Probably a good 98% chance no. But they were in that game. 5 point game at late there. And then they blew it. They gave a max effort. I think they kind of come out and lay a dud tomorrow. I think people like LSU because they're short home dog. Texas has dropped some games, but Texas beats up on the little people. LSU max effort game prior. And I think fading teams off of Auburn is kind of like a system play to Houston. It's just a physical ass, just draining game. And they gave a max effort. So I like Texas here on the money line. I bet it.
Man, I feel more confident betting LSU's women's basketball team than their men's, but give me LSU. I'm not betting this though. I'll pick Battle U. If you end up betting Texas, I'll end up rooting for you, even though I hate root for Texas. So, but I'll pick LSU. No bet for me. I don't feel a strong conviction on this.
All right. Kyle says ball knowers are on LSU. Look, I love Texas. They continue to. Yeah, Toast was torn on this game. He went.
It's because it's LSU. It's so tough to back. That's why I'm like, I'll just pick them.
LSU's coming out with vinegar.
Damn right. Their kidneys are fucking diluted. Their kidneys are diluted over there in Baton Rouge.
They got IVs of fucking vinegar.
Yeah.
Going into the systems, their piss is all of it. Yeah, fair, but guess what? Texas horns up tomorrow.
Yeah, my God, that's disgusting.
Wofford at UNCG.
Great game.
UNCG's laying 3.
I wish this game was tomorrow.
It is tomorrow.
Fucking well, no. Yeah, tomorrow would be Sunday, buddy.
Oh yeah, it is 2 a.m. Yeah.
God, I'm so sick of taking UNCG. They're such a sweat every time, but I'll take UNCG at home. It does feel like a Wofford get up spot off 2 losses though, but I think they were a little fool's gold to start off SoCon play. I like UNCG at home here.
Yeah, they pulled that game out. They tried to blow it and fuck us over the other day again. Who did they play?
East Tennessee State. East Tennessee State minimizes possessions. They're
yeah, no, they were up, I think, double digits, and all of a sudden they were trailing at one point. But shout out UNCG.
Still covered,
I'm with you. This Wofford team, I have not really cared for a lot this year. They've been kind of just fugazi. Like last year, they were awesome. Now they're just what's that?
I'm with you. They had like a good run and to start off the conference play, but they're kind of fool's gold, I think.
I mean, UNCG beat VMI on the road. That you laugh now, but that was actually a good win apparently. VMI is a fucking wagon.
How much
they got it done?
Weren't they laying like 9.5 and they only won by
Probably. They definitely weren't laying 2.5 at VMI. But yeah, I'm with you. I like this. I like this UNCG team buying into it. They have the Citadel on deck. Nothing to look forward to. So I'll take it. Wofford I can't even make fun of the VMI loss because they're a fucking good team. But they got Chattanooga on deck. They're not looking ahead. I'm just kidding. Yeah, UNCG -3 for me.
You can't look ahead in SoCon. Every team's so fucking awesome.
Citadel would like a word, but
this is my favorite conference in the world. Lay it. I'm taking the team total under for Texas. I've taken this every fucking game for Houston. It's a pump fake pod system, man. A pump fake pod system. Whatever it is, I don't see a first half team total yet. So whatever it is, Houston first half team total under. And I may double down and take Houston on the spread, but I will just do that first half under look for Texas Tech and maybe end up taking Houston -11.5.
Are we worried about Houston being a little tired here? I mean, the double OT game off Kansas, and then you travel to West Virginia, Morgantown, and now you're back home. Like you did all that within a span of a week. Like I get it was the middle of the week, but that's still a weird travel spot. You went out there. They did show up. They did get the cover and the win. Texas Tech, this is an in-state rivalry. I mean, TCU kind of, I guess they beat them by 14. I don't know. I'm just worried about Houston coming out a little flat with all the traveling and overtime.
They could come out flat and Texas Tech scores 18 points in the first half.
Fair. I wrote down the team total under. That's just what we do.
It's this fucking system, dude.
especially Houston at home. I mean, oh yeah, Matt's right. I saw this. Houston's wearing their powder blue unis too.
Under, for sure.
Yeah, best of luck with the total, but team totals. I'll play that team total first.
That's
With
you. I mean, I've done it the last like 30 games. I feel like with Houston, we've done bet it since last season.
Yeah,
it's a lock against like Jackson State and those fucking teams, even if it's like 21.5, 22.5. It's a lock.
All right, we've got the greatest team in America.
State again.
No, we've got
IU tonight.
No, nice try. They got lucky. Every even though broken clock's right twice a day.
It's a fucking rivalry game.
Houston Christian laying 3.5 on the road. I think they've failed to cover 2 or 3 times this year.
Man, I hate laying points with Houston Christian though. I
know. This feels like the potential sell spot.
Yeah, I'll take iDub. I'll take iDub, but no bet for me, man. I'm not betting that. No fucking
I've been seeing everywhere about Houston's ATS record. They're like 16-2 or some shit like that, 13-3 or whatever. Everyone's talking about it, and now they're just going to lay 3.5 on the road. Like, I get they're a good covering team, but now you're asking them to win by margin, multiple possessions on the road.
I love when they are a heavy dog, but yeah.
I'm with you.
I'll take iDub. I'm not betting this.
We'll see how my day's going. If I'm crushing, I'll fucking throw money on this game. Matt, that's false. The Terps are garbage. Oh, good point. Darion Williams, believe he was injured. He's questionable to potentially play against Houston tomorrow. Did forget about that. Good shout out, Toast. Next game, Stanford at SMU. Does that interest you?
What's the line? I didn't look at this game before the show.
Stanford is laying. SMU's laying 5.5. I don't know about 5.5. That seems excessive. Stanford's not a bad team. SMU just went on. Who did they play? North Carolina State and
Cal. They won by 9 or
Cal,
11.
Yeah.
They won by 11.
Yeah.
They just won on the road too. I don't know. Did we buy Stanford here?
5.5 feels like a lot. I mean, Maxime Renault. I mean, look at that. Okay, SMU, the conference play, 13th at sending teams to the foul line. You got Stanford 85% from the free throw line in conference play versus 73%. Not like 73% is terrible, but you got a team shooting 85% and you're going to foul a ton and send them to the line. Like, you're giving up almost 21% of teams' points at the foul line. Stanford's been on, like, I've been liking Stanford. North Carolina, Florida State, Syracuse wins. They won at UNC too. They beat Virginia and Val-Tech.
I'm gonna battle you here. I like the momentum SMU has, and I think Stanford is a good team. I think this will be a competitive game, but I've seen Stanford blow leads. You saw them blow lead against Syracuse. You've seen them lose to Cal Poly. I hate laying 5.5. I'd rather take the dog, but I don't know. I think this is a good spot for SMU. They get Stanford on a short road trip. I know it's not too as further than going out to the actual Atlantic coast, but how the hell is this an ACC game? True ACC game, right? SMU versus fucking Stanford.
Criminal, man. Yeah, I kind of like Stanford just because of Renault. Like, that dude's so fucking awesome.
Let's battle. I like Stanford this year too. I'm with you. I just seen them blow loads, but
wait, what?
No.
Mississippi Valley State. No, I'm just kidding.
Blow leads, blow loads, same thing.
Here we got the one of the big boys on the day. We got UNC at Duke. North Carolina's laying 13.5.
North Carolina's laying 13.
I'm sorry, Duke's laying 14.5. My bad. Definitely not.
Dude, is this UNC team checked the fuck out? But
Not
like, that's so many points in a rivalry game. So you think okay, this is the same fucking game as IU Purdue on a lesser scale. Because Purdue's
Would
not.
you let me talk? I didn't finish my train of thought here.
Go ahead. Floor is yours.
Yes, I think UNC is going to get up for this game. They're not going to sleepwalk this game. But Duke's got a chance to fuck them up. And you don't think Duke will do that for 40 minutes and not take their foot off the gas? UNC's got no interior defense to stop Cooper Flagg. RJ Davis has been ass lately. Trimble's been all right. Duke just off a home scare, which they were clearly looking ahead to this game. Kind of like Duke in this. Laying the ridiculous number.
Dude, I'm so done betting North Carolina, but I kind of want to bet North Carolina. Dude, I mean, it's so many points in a rivalry game. Listen, I think they're checked out. That's why I'm having resentment and a little hesitation here.
I get it, but you got to imagine if there's one more game they'll get up for this year before fully checking out, it's this game. But just the interior is a problem for them. Cooper Flagg's going to do whatever he wants. Maybe Cooper Flagg PRA bet.
We're battling.
All right. I'm not necessarily betting this game. Like, I don't feel comfortable
I just
betting
think
either side, but I see a better avenue for Duke.
I'm going to stick to my guns, just like IU tonight, and hope for the same thing here.
Big fucking deal. Wins one time. Kyle knows ball. Got to be Duke. I agree. I think, great angle. They've got zero vinegar in their piss.
I think they're checked out. RJ Davis is older than both of us. It's incredible. It's awesome. He's not.
Yeah, we'll say that.
But he's fucking.
All right, another ATM play. Notre Dame, lay it. Fuck Miami. Miami is so fucking done. They just gave up 82 to fucking UVA.
Miami money line. No, I'm just kidding.
My God.
Miami money line, Green Bay money line parlayed together. Yes.
Oh my God, you'd feed fucking generations with that bullshit. That'll never happen. Here we go. Here's some we got some Big East coming up.
I'm just gonna fucking sprinkle that. This should be a Big East game. This is a fucking Big East game if there ever was one. Fucking this should be a Big East game. I'll pick Miami, no bet.
You're fucking crazy, dude.
I'm gonna pick Miami money line.
He just gave up 82 to or 79 or 82 or whatever to fucking
Notre Dame.
Virginia.
They're frauds. Notre Dame's. I like Shrewsbury, but they're frauds. I'm not betting.
Do I need to read the box score for the Virginia game?
Not betting this game.
I'm betting this game. It's a system play. Miami's playing fade. They can play Mississippi Valley State. I'm going to take I'll lay points with Mississippi Valley.
I can't wait till that two-teamer. I can't wait till my two-team Miami Green Bay money line parlay hits.
Yeah, and don't worry, they're about to get punked tomorrow by fucking Shrewsbury and company. What's their Burton?
Marcus Burton, he's good.
Marcus Burton. Yeah, get ready to learn Marcus Burton tomorrow.
He's very good.
UConn's at Marquette. I kind of want to lay Marquette here. McNeely's questionable, I believe, and even if he plays, he's going to be so rusty. Marquette. Didn't Marquette lose to UConn in the Big East? They lost, I believe, the championship or semifinal to Connecticut. Haven't played them this year. They get them at home. You get Connecticut, who just had to fight for their life against DePaul. Lost on the road to Xavier. Beat Georgetown by 8. Lost on the road to Nova. Providence almost punked them on their own home floor. Butler 4-point road win. I think Marquette fucks them up. Revenge spot. Marquette's playing good. UConn's been bad, and if McNeely doesn't play, UConn's been just scrapping to win games. I think they get fucking rocked tomorrow. I think people are going to bet UConn because they're like, UConn with 7 points. Are you kidding me? I think Marquette fucks them up.
God, I hate laying points with Shaka Smart and Marquette, though. Give me the best fucking coach in college basketball. I'll battle you here. I don't like I love. Give me the points.
No. I'm betting Marquette.
Give me the points. You'll be happy, and then UConn backdoors this. Watch.
They're not going to backdoor it.
Plus 7.5. Easy.
They're not backdooring it. They were giving them. They were up by 14 at one point in UConn in stores. Yeah, that's just no offense, Kyle. That's just DePaul. They lack that killer instinct right now. They'll be fine. I think Holtman's the right guy. Like they're not going to win anything, but I think they'll win some games. Like they'll find success under Holtman at least.
Well, you know what, buddy? You think fucking Marquette is going to drill UConn? You're wrong.
Okay.
I'm battling. They're going to get up. They're going to get up.
Can't wait for the excuses about
excuses. Just like I've won a lot of battles this week. I mean, just like
you put me on my worst week of the year. Congratulations.
Last week I won battles too. St. Mary's, you fucking.
I won 51 and 32 last week at least. All right, I had shit to back it up.
You fucking St. Mary's, you fucking disrespect. Yeah, you gave me excuses there. Well, I didn't end up betting Santa Clara. Well, you should have because
no, I bet so. I went bigger on Santa Clara. That one sucked. Yeah. That one definitely sucked.
No excuses. I show up, win, lose. I don't believe in excuses. Picking one side, 1-to-1 bets, or picking a side and leaving it. Dude, I am not betting South Carolina at all.
At home? Are you kidding me?
Dude, I just don't like
Dude, at home they've been feisty as shit.
I know. They're feisty every game.
Mississippi State, overtime at home. Florida, they lost on a layup at basically the buzzer. Auburn, 3-point game. Alabama blew them out. But other than that, like they beat Clemson at home. Radford, if that tickles your fancy.
I'll take South Carolina. I don't think I'm going to bet them.
I'm really tempted with Texas A&M. They play, or no, not Texas. What am I talking? South Carolina. South Carolina is feisty at home.
They're feisty every game. They've been kind of feisty on the road outside of Oklahoma. They're
feisty 5 points at home.
And
man, they almost beat Auburn and Florida at home and Mississippi State.
I don't know. Something makes me want to. I have this weird feeling Texas A&M comes out hot, but I don't like laying points with Buzz Williams. I'll pick South Carolina. I'm still not betting this game.
All right. The spot you fade South Carolina is next at Kentucky after they lose to Arkansas tomorrow. Give me Arkansas plus 10.5. Sprinkle on that money line.
Oh my God, this game is awesome. Have they just been looking too much ahead to this game?
Arkansas? They've had this circled since Cal got hired, and Cal had this circled since he got fucking.
That's what I'm saying, though. Oh my God, it's not Arkansas money line, right?
Dude, why? This is like the game to get up for.
I'll take Arkansas plus 10, 11.5. I'll bet that. Yeah. Dude, this team stinks, though.
But it's not like they're getting fucking crushed all the time. Ole Miss at home, 7-point loss. Florida, 8-point loss. They did lose to LSU. That was inexcusable. But Missouri blew them out. Beat Georgia on a comeback. Oklahoma, 3-point, which they were clearly looking at. I called that too. We bet Georgia. I called the fucking Oklahoma loss. This is the one. And I've been calling for fucking Arkansas money line. Call me fucking crazy. I do not care. Oh, South Carolina is not the fake sharp for the play of the day. Come on.
It could be. That's why I'm just picking it no bet.
Toast is mad you called Hurley the best coach in basketball. There's a little play on his press conference, but
yeah, I don't actually believe that, but whatever he said to the he said it to the ref.
Don't turn your back on me. I'm the best fucking coach.
You don't turn your back on me. You don't turn your back on the best fucking coach in college basketball. What a douchebag!
Yeah, Arkansas money line. This is the spot. This is going in the money line round robin. Nobody's going to expect this. Kentucky's been good, absolutely, but we've also seen Kentucky and I think Lamont Butler's also been ruled out already. We've seen Kentucky at their lowest. They lost to Vanderbilt on the road, which I was on the road. I'll give that to you. I mean, Colgate was a 10-point win. Was it Duke? They did beat, but man, I have nothing to back it up when I say that, but we've all seen that when Kentucky's not playing great, they don't look good. They don't look good. They find ways, but they don't look good. They've lost 2 of their last 3. I know it was Bama and Vanderbilt, but they lost at Georgia too. This is at home. I get it, but Cal's used to this crowd. He's used to this arena. If his guys really care for him and want to play for him, they get up for this game. They're definitely covering this 10.5. Like this 10.5, they're begging you to take Kentucky. Don't do it. Arkansas is going to look like national champions tomorrow. They're going to play so fucking good, and then we fade the ever-loving shit out of them when they play Texas on the road next too. That's the spot. They're going to win this Kentucky game. They're going to drop like 5 straight. It doesn't matter. This is the only game that matters to them, especially Cal. If he's ever going to coach a game and not just like bitch at the refs and roll the ball out, it's this fucking game. Don't be scared. I gotta grab a beer.
What did Rick Pitino do his first time back at Kentucky? UK led 36-32. They had a better team though with Tubby Smith then. I remember that team. And then they won in the second half 82-62. Man, I don't know. I'll take yeah, I'm in. Let's get up for this game. Play with some pride. Cal's so bad though in game.
I'm calling it. John L. Davis looks like the FAU John L. Davis tomorrow.
You're out of your mind. I'm just kidding. You're fine. Yeah, I think you're right. He's been playing better without Boogie Funk. It's a good little 9 o'clock standalone.
I'm so glad they did not play this game at like 3 p.m. I'm so glad this is a night game. This game is going to be fucking sick. 10.5 is a joke.
What else we got?
We got New Mexico at Utah State. Utah State's laying 4. Over-under's 158.5.
This is a fun game, dude. This is in Logan.
In Logan.
I feel like the number is perfect for some reason, but I don't know if I want to fade Logan. I think people are going to bet New Mexico. I have a feeling for some reason.
Oh, probably. New Mexico is more of a household name than Utah State. Games are running out. They're going to see Utah or New Mexico catching points.
They played at their food against UNLV, but New Mexico has had a week off to prepare for this game, getting into elevation. But New Mexico off 3 wins. This is a game that I see them dropping. And then they go on their winning streak. Colorado State, Air Force, and Wyoming. 3 games in a row won. And then they get revenge on Utah State there. Win, lose at Boise State. Maybe San Diego State. Maybe. I don't love the San Diego State team this year, though. So New Mexico only is going to lose 2 or 3 more times in this conference. I see this as one of them. I'll take Utah State. I like this team at home. It's a tough place to play. I hate fading New Mexico, but I'm going to go with the team and the environment over the team play and environment over a couple guys that are more talented maybe on New Mexico.
Does not feel like a little spot. I'm not saying like New Mexico's a bad team, like whatsoever. Like they're definitely a good team, but on the road is where they're vulnerable. Excuse me. UNLV 2-point win. Not Boise. San Jose State lost outright. Wyoming won by 8. They shouldn't have covered that fucking game. Fresno, they pulled away late and blew them out by 14. Colorado State 8-point win. Like on the road, they're not the same team. You're getting Utah State at home, big get up game, nothing to look forward to. This is going to be like outside of Arkansas and Kentucky. This will be the game in that window that everyone's looking forward to. It's certainly not Syracuse Cal. I'm with you. I like Utah State, like showing up at home. I know you got Donovan Dent and Nelly Jr. are playing great, but Utah State at home's a wagon, man. They find ways to win. They lost at home by UC San Diego by 2, which we all know UC San Diego is a good team. I think maybe San Diego might have caught them off guard a little bit mid-December too, because they're still figuring teams out. UC San Diego had just kind of played nobodies up until that point, but yeah, I'm with you. Utah State, really good. Love them here. This is just a building play too. That place is going to be fucking rocking. The Mormons are going to be so juiced up off of Mountain Dew and sugar. That place is going to be loud as shit. The one problem I do see is the free throws. That could definitely be an issue, but that offense, I think, is still going to find a way. At home with those awesome fucking double whatever goalposts or hoops that they got from like the 1940s are so sick. I love those things. Utah State. That's right. You're on Utah State?
Yep.
You're just picking them?
No, I'm on Utah State.
Let's go. All right. Washington State at San Fran. Didn't Washington State just lose to Pacific yet again for the second time this year?
Yeah, I'm done with this Washington State team. But I feel like and San Francisco's at home.
San Fran at home. Absolutely. St. Mary's on deck, though.
You don't think anything special of that?
What's that?
You don't think anything special of that?
Oh, when St. Mary's beats Gonzaga tomorrow? Yeah, Washington's going to – or San Fran's going to catch them. But Wazoo's terrible, man. Lost Pacific twice.
You're on St. Mary's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Me too. You're fucking Benedict Arnold, though. You bitching about the same.
It's a different game, different situations, different scenarios.
Yeah, hey, we'll take you. Get on the train. We'll take you. We'll take you. Welcome to it. Randy Bennett
and
Mark Few's gonna drive.
I was riding with you with St. Mary's against Santa Clara, and
easy.
Me, Elliott, and Toast were on fucking Santa Clara. That was
easy win. Oh man, yeah. Heard the excuses there.
Yeah,
give me San Francisco here. I think Washington State's a fraudulent ass team. I have nothing else.
Fraud, and it's a revenge spot. Washington State.
I hate laying this number, though. I do hate laying this number.
No, I hate the 5.5. The 5's push. Like that happens a lot. We saw it tonight. In that Siena game. The 5, it lands on 5.
I think you have 5 on your fucking stupid offshore. I have to lay.
I had 5.5.
I have to lay the 5.5. I think.
I like San Francisco here. Wazoo is just cooked. This lost Pacific again. San Francisco beat San Francisco by 11 at home. Now you're returning. I get San Francisco's got St. Mary's on deck, but that game kind of relies on what the Gonzaga game does. Because if they lose to Gonzaga, they're fucked. If they beat Gonzaga, they're going to win that game outright. San Fran for me, and now the main game, Gonzaga 1.5.
Nope. Wrong team favored. St. Mary's at home. Come on. Give me that. St. Mary's is going to clamp them. They weren't even looking ahead to this game because they just know they're that good. If anyone can D up Gonzaga, this is this team. I love Khalif Battle in the second unit. Fucking love that.
That was a nice switch from what they did, getting him out of the starting lineup.
Yeah, I think he's been the second unit for quite some time now. Though it's just been working out well, and love a good
When they were
second.
losing games, he was starting.
Yeah, yep, you're right. Early in the year, come on, give me St. Mary's here at home. This place will be rocking. Standalone game, damn near.
Just like Tyon Grant coming off the bench now for Grand Canyon. They're playing so much better now that he's not a starter too. You got a guy in the second unit that's a certified bucket. A little bit of a liability defensively, but if you need a bucket, he's going to get it for you. Like they're not going to flare out when they take the starters out for some rest.
Yeah,
I'm with you. Whoa, we got the juice saying Zags double digit. Tosi's going to send us the donation link for fading the Zags. Come on, no chance. Mark Few gets ejected in this game. I remember I said this.
Hell
all
yeah.
Right. I would love to see Mark Few get ejected and
he does, he's driving home drunk as well too.
I'm the coach of the Gonzaga basketball team.
I'm the coach of the Gonzaga basketball team. I could give two fucks. How about you win a national championship?
Yeah, no, St. Mary's. This is the game they have circled every single year. What did they do last year? Lost at home to Gonzaga, beat them on the road, then beat them in the conference tournament. That's 2-1 for St. Mary's last year, by the way, Toast. Just a heads up in case you were taking Gonzaga in those.
This Gonzaga team is much better this year than last year's, though. Yes. Yes, they are.
You think so?
Yes, they are. I mean, they kept a lot of the same pieces, but Ike is playing much better.
Ike's a liability, man. That dude fouls and just I don't know what it is about that guy. He's 4-2, 4-5. He's had 4+ fouls in 3 of the last 4 games, and they've been the biggest games of the season. Oregon State, Santa Clara, and Oregon State. 3 against UCLA, 4 against UConn, 4 against Kentucky. He's the fucking goon of the team. Like, go out there and just hack away and fucking – we're fine without you. Just go catch some fucking fouls. Couple rebounds.
You're saying you're holding a gooner funeral for him like that one guy? I'm just kidding. All right, yeah, St. Mary's. I got to go to bed, dude. I have bets out there. I got to go to bed.
One more. Are we fading the island? This is the last game of the day. Are we fading the island? Fullerton's bad, but
no, I'm not. I'll take Hawaii after their loss.
Fair. Can't argue that. St. Mary's. All right. What do you got bet for tomorrow?
Hold on to your horses. Tennessee, Wake, Providence, Creighton, Mississippi State, UMass Lowell, Eastern Michigan first half, Arizona State, Sanford team total over, Maine, Iowa State, Longwood, American, ECU, UAB, Ole Miss, Bryant, Loyola Chicago, Wisconsin, Delaware, Western Kentucky, Middle Tennessee State, Oklahoma State, VMI, Oklahoma, UIC. We didn't talk about this, the Illinois Chicago over with Indiana State, Louisville, UCF, UC Irvine, Alabama, Nichols. We didn't talk about that either. I think Nichols is live in that game against McNeese. Baylor, USC, George Mason. Didn't talk about that either. UNC Greensboro, Houston team total first half under whoever they play. It's a pump fake pod system. SMU, UNC battle there. Albany team total. Didn't talk about that one. UConn plus 7.5. Arkansas plus 11.5. Utah State, San Francisco, and St. Mary's. Oh my God, we got so many bets out there, and I got a lot of bets we picked that I need to finalize. So, and you go ahead. I'll share about 5 more that I took that we didn't talk about either. So
yeah,
with yours.
I said as we started, I was like, I'm going to be selective. I'm not betting 20 games tomorrow. That's fucking false. I'm betting some games tomorrow. We got Florida 4.5. Pitt +2, Providence plus 13.5, Creighton +2. The Fed special, Eastern Michigan +2.5. Detroit Mercy -3. Fuck Gottlieb. Maine +2. Ole Miss +5.5. IUPUI +11.5. Middle 10 -4.5. VMI -2.5. Louisville -8.5, Alabama -12.5, Baylor money line, Notre Dame -7, Miami auto fade, Marquette -7, Arkansas +10.5, sprinkle it on the money line, and St. Mary's +1.5 for sure. I'll probably wake up in the morning and have more bets, but that's what I'm on right now. We're gonna run a little spaces or something in the morning?
Yeah, I'll save the bets that I didn't share tonight for the spaces tomorrow. How about that? We'll do that. Run around like 10:30 or Eastern 11 before the first hour before games tip.
Yeah, hour and a half earlier, somewhere around
Enjoy
there.
your sleep.
Yep, not much because we got games in what's this, 9 hours?
I know.
8 hours, something like that.
I already have my alarm set for like 6:30 and wake up and get a coffee. See what these line movements does in the last.
I'm gonna crush some beers and fucking watch some Office tonight yet, but I can't wait to have the coffee in the morning. It's gonna fucking slap, man.
Oh yeah.
Cheers,
bro. That
everyone
was fun.
else.
We normally go live at 10 Eastern on weekdays and earlier on Fridays we go like at 9. We had to run late, so everyone that hung out, thank you. I'm losing my voice. I'm so tired.
Yep. Shout out everybody: Avetta, Rob, Kyle, Toast, Juice. Who was it? Cerna was in here.
Danny Dumpster.
Matt Reynolds. Yeah, Matt Reynolds. Follow us on Twitter. We'll be live betting all these games tomorrow, and I'll be bitching about somebody not covering 5 minutes into the game. So it'll be a good time. Yeah,
I unfortunately don't tweet my plays because of work. May have ran into issues there, but
did you really?
That's why I don't tweet out my plays anymore.
I wondered why you stopped.
But that's why I come on here and bet more, and we've been doing a higher volume. So yeah, that's something I'll share. But that's why I come on and share it. So
absolutely, dude. It's only 2:40 here. Bar close just happened. I usually don't go to bed for another hour and a half yet on Saturdays here, Wisconsin.
I'm gonna catch shut-eye, wake up. I'm still gonna wake up early at 7. I'm gonna fucking wake up. I get up at alarm hits at 6:30. One more 30-minute of snooze, kind of stir a little bit, wake up, get some coffee, and fucking crush. You'll see me on the Twitter tomorrow. Twitter Spaces.
Yep. I'll be up early. Sundays are my sleeping days.
I lost brain cells on that Twitter space yesterday. I was listening to that. That was hilarious. It was like Seablez, Book It with Trent, all these. It was like
you're addicted to Seablez spaces.
Someone, dude, I am addicted to Seablez's spaces. But someone like came on. They were like letting people in. Oh, that Bo Wagner guy that they were just like everyone that came on were like, you're a fucking scammer selling picks. Like they were. It was like a roast session, but someone came on like, "This is the Al Qaeda of sports betting." I was like, Book It with Trent was catching strays. I love Trent though.
Dude, he's low key been like hot lately.
He's back. He's back to fade God, but he was hot.
Is he? Is he okay? I know his primetime games. He was like,
I think he's decent. He knows NFL the best. Everything else is fade.
I was gonna say his primetime NFL. He like hadn't lost like a primetime weekend like Monday, Thursday, or Sunday for like since like week 8 or something. It was weird. I was like, you can't even fade this guy. What's he good for? I'm just kidding. He's funny. He's funny content. But man, I loved seeing his picks pop up and praying I was on the other side of whatever the hell he bet. But yeah, shout out everybody in here. We will run a spaces in the morning. Kyle's in here. They're going to be running a pregame show too. I'm not sure what time, but pop in there, pop in over here. You got the TCU one. You got options tomorrow. So appreciate everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Best of luck.
You guys are the best. Thank you guys.
Toodles.
Say it, Trevor.
Toodles.